Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name's St. Crane with Brian the Grizzly.
What's up?
What's up? So, yeah, we're gonna talk Guardians, obviously, as you can tell. But before, we're gonna probably watch a trailer or two. There's one trailer I want to check out, and then we'll get into Guardians and all that good stuff. But yeah, man,
you're saying all these things, but I gotta let everyone know. This past weekend, we went to Indiana Comic Con down over there. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Indianapolis was fun. We got to hang out with Mark, from the Nerd Huddle. That was great. But you know what Saturday was? It was free comic book day.
Yeah,
I still got my comic books, guys.
I
still would have got them. Yes,
I know. I was so disappointed.
Yes. I gotta give a shout out to my wife because she went to the comic book store for me, grabbed the stuff. But they're like, for Brian, he went to Comic-Con? Yes, he did. Yeah.
Hey, here you go. Dude, it just sucks because I just wanted one book. I was like, and you know what? The most surprising thing is there was no one kind of really doing it. There's a lot of people selling comic books, mm-hmm. but there was not a lot of like promotions and promos and like kind of stuff like that we would see at Chicago Comic-Con. But there was a lot of like comics and stuff selling, but no one was doing free comic book day, which was kind of upsetting.
But I did get this signed. This is the Flash.
Oh, man.
Grant Gustin signed my Flash Funko Pop because obviously I'm not getting the other guy to get it. There's
only one Flash right now. There's only one Flash.
Exactly. So I was able to get him to sign it. I thought that was pretty awesome. So
and there's a whole story to that. So real quick, like I've never seen somebody so instantly just like all the win, like everything was just like done. Like, so we get there and we go check out the lines. We walk around, check out the lines, and then some lady just randomly told us that Grant is only doing pre-sales, and it was only announced that morning.
Yep.
You went from super hyped, ready to go. You brought your Funko. You were like so psyched.
I was so sad. I was like, oh. That's the only reason I drove all this way.
Yeah, like legit. So it was like I've never seen a person that just lost all the wind out of their sail. Just like that was it. So we walked around some more, and by the time we get to the other side, the opposite side where Grant's at, somebody comes on the overhead and they announce they're like, "Hey, we're opening up to free for anybody who comes in and just come and pay and let's go." I think we all looked at each other and we're like, and you just like
left. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I didn't ask you guys if you guys minded coming over there. I just gone.
Well, we heard it. We were like, okay, we know this is what we got to do. So you like left, and then the thing is like you didn't even think about money. You're just like go. So we get there and it's like cash only. So yeah, they're like we waited in line. And then the first ATM you think is like halfway back the other way when there was one right around the corner. So
it's like because I run all the way back from when we started. Yeah. Go to the ATM. They're like, there's one literally right. We're looking at it right now. I'm like, yeah.
Like if you would have made a right instead of a left, you would have seen it like right there. Oh man, but you wind up getting it. That was super awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what? We did a little short. I think we got like almost 500 views in that short for Indiana. Indiana was fun. I got to say. I mean, we had a good time. I had a really good time. It wasn't as crowded. It wasn't as big as Chicago, but I think it was dope. And all the people that we met there was pretty dope too. So.
Yeah, definitely talked to some artists and some people. Like there's somebody that was doing a flask, like they had like certain sayings, like Joker's Venom. It had like the cool Batman animated Batman Joker on it. But he was selling it out quick though, because his was pretty cool.
He had I'm a big USC.
Yeah, oh nice, get down there.
So I love Supernatural. So. Yeah, and he had a flask, and I was like, man, I really want that flask, but he won't have it to Detroit, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to Detroit.
Yeah,
It's just there's a lot of Comic Cons. I don't know. And every time we go, you spend $400. So just what it is.
What did I get? I think I got. So I didn't get much. I got some Legos, some minifigs that I wanted to get. After that, I was kind of getting some gifts, but I did find. I probably can't see it. So it's Wolverine Sabretooth, pardon the green, but yeah, and then and this is
it's not print, guys.
Not print, so this is an original, and then Green Arrow and Sinestro.
That's pretty cool. I like that one.
You can't see because of green screen, so
yeah,
good enough. But it's really cool, man. They're just like regular card styles, nothing too big. Because I have so much art, like I'm going through over the years, like so much. Like once we redo our basement, it's just gonna be like all these were C2E2. All this was C2E2. That down here was C2E2. Like, yeah,
it's awesome, man. I mean, it's so much stuff.
Yeah. So and I think I got a Funko for insane price because of you. Like you were talking to dude, and I like the Luchador Marvel characters, and he's like, I can't sell them. So he like gave me a great deal with it. So
he's like, I give you real cheap. And I was like, Tank, let's go back and get that. It's worth it.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. And I think that one was only released in like Central America, which is really cool too. Yeah. So like America never saw it. So I was like, that's awesome. So that was pretty cool. Although they had a Black Panther one. They had a Black Panther luchador. He said they never released it. So it was on the prints and stuff like that. It never saw the shelves.
So I went back and looked it up, tried to find it. I couldn't find it on eBay. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find it anywhere. All the Funko things, I couldn't find it anywhere. So
and it looked cool. He had a cape, he had the necklace, and obviously the mask and stuff. He looked really cool. But yeah, like it is never. So there's got to be a prototype or something, like a handful of them floating around that eventually are gonna be so much money.
Can you imagine how much money that'll be worth? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, man. We got a bunch of people in chat. We got the View with Drew. What's up? I think the View with Drew started following a bunch of people that like we interact with and stuff on Twitter and stuff. So every time I'm in somebody's like chat watching a video, I see Drew in there, which is awesome. Same thing. We got Zach in the house.
Of course.
What's up? Then we got Brandon Davis. I didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so when y'all start talking about them,
go to Kendrick G's channel. I got you.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Brandon, you need to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go, like literally, you need to go see it. I can't wait to start talking about it, but I honestly believe this might be the best trilogy that Marvel has ever done.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a full spoiler review of it, just me and you. Hopefully, I know Brandon's at a concert. He said he'll call in, but we'll see.
I don't know how much you'll be able to hear.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll do the full spoiler review, and then we'll do a conversation of rating the best trilogies in the MCU. So I believe there's 6. Oh, sorry, I got a cat keep jumping on me.
Oh, and while we have a chance, Zach, I'm definitely down to go come in tomorrow. So I wish I could have answered you, but we were at the Comic-Con, so I couldn't answer you. So yeah, if you're still looking for stuff, I'm definitely down to jump on and we'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. I wonder if we have any different views like we usually do.
I watched his so Zach got or his reviews up for it. Spoiler free. I think his spoiler one is coming out soon or just came out. But I mean, no.
He said you guys hated me. Yeah, no. We just weren't home, man.
No.
We just happened to be in the same exact place.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We saw it, but we were like literally running around and trying to do stuff. I wish we recorded more, but it was like as soon as we got there, it was just like right to business and started looking for stuff because we were limited with time because it took us 3 hours.
3 hours to get there.
Yeah. 3 hours to get back. That's 6 hours off just the day right there. So yeah, man,
and it took that 6 hours is a lot. And you stop to get some food or whatever, do any little thing, it just takes more time. So we was all about business. We're there. Want to jump in the DeLorean? We took a picture for the DeLorean.
Yeah, that was a good spot to do it too. So But we don't hate you, dude. And I want you so bad to be on the stream one day. But right now, man, anything past 9 o'clock or anything before 9 o'clock, excuse me, is
like impossible for you.
Impossible. It's man, like
that's all right. That's
even like
all
right now, like my son, he was up until like maybe 30 minutes ago, and he went from like nonstop, like high energy, and then just crashed. So
I was like, yep. You know, I remember those days, the good old days, but luckily I am past that. I tell my kids, go upstairs and don't bother me. Go in your room, lock the door.
Nice. They're old enough, and you got two of them to
exactly. They entertain each other. Like, hey, you get bored, just go pretend to do something. Like one just dances for the other. Like, yeah, let's go.
I said, do you feel like the Joker in the Heath Ledger Joker, where he like breaks the pool stick and he's like, and fight? You know, it's like you do that with a toy, and here's a Disney toy. Bam.
I throw one in there. Just say, all right, let's see who comes out with the winner. Oh man, my oldest one is scrappy. She might be smaller, but she's scrappy. So I don't know.
Small as meaning like still like the biggest.
Yeah, she's the tallest one. Yeah, she's tallest one in her class easily. But her little sister's bigger than hers. Her little sister's bigger than all the third graders. So you know, it's just, and she's in kindergarten.
Oh man, yeah, you showed me that picture. It's
crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Oh man, but. So what do you want to do? You want to check out the trailer real quick, or you just want to get right into the review and see the trailer for later?
Let's check out the trailer. Let's do that first.
Okay, because there was one that came out, or actually two. There's a new Oppenheimer trailer that came out, like a full trailer, and people are losing their minds. So I guess they showed it at CinemaCon.
CinemaCon, yeah,
and people were loving it. To find that, and then there's the Meg 2 trailer.
How? I
just heard there's like some crazy part with like a T-Rex. I'm like, what? So
what? Oh my god!
Yeah, pretty god. Yeah, so all day I was like, I had to take care of, or mostly take care of the baby, and then this cat just nonstop. So it's like. Oh my god! like never say stay at home parents. Like,
hey, no, I'm telling you, superstars. That's why I tell my wife all the time. You know, you're a superhero. You're literally a superhero because you know what? I would have got rid of one of the kids. One of them would have been given away. You know, it'll be like the puppy sign, free puppies. Call this number. Just would have happened.
Yeah, because adults are one thing, because it's a grown ass adult. You kind of like, hey, and then you're at work, so you can like, but
I can always just leave or fire you.
Well, yeah, you're the boss, so that's different for you.
Can't fire my kid; they'll fire me first. Like,
like you're fired. They just laugh at you.
Yeah. This is my house, Daddy. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Don't sleep on Meg 2. We're about to find out.
I heard.
We'll find out.
And then the Gran Turismo, if you want to see it, if we have time, maybe at the end or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, don't sleep on Meg 2. The Meg 1 was, I mean, it is what it is. It's a little over the top silliness.
Duh.
I'll change that for now. All right, let's watch it. It's one trailer, and then hold on, let me finish getting it ready. Always forget to share the screen. And it's Universal and Warner Brothers, of course. So copyright.
Cineview. Okay. Oh, really? Friday at 8 p.m. All right. Well, it says, hello guys, I'm doing a premiere for my own review on this review on Friday at 8 p.m. All right. I'll be there. I'll check it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what we need to do. This interview reminded me. We have to do some more premieres.
Yeah.
Because it'll be nice, because then me and you could be in chat, like under our own profiles Wouldn't that be funny? Like me and you were talking in chat while me and you were talking in the video.
That would be cool.
When we get other people, that's the whole point. Is so like you can interact with your video with other people. Yeah, we have to do some more premieres. So thanks for reminding me.
And I'm telling you, we got some other videos to do. We got a lot of stuff we got going on. Oh my gosh.
So real quick, I just bought, because I was at home and when the baby was sleeping, I didn't know what else to do. I went on, I got tickets for Little Mermaid, I got tickets for Spider-Man, I got tickets for
Beast Wars? Transformers?
They're not out yet.
Okay.
They're not out yet. The Machine.
The Machine.
Movie. Of course. Like the only bad thing, it comes out the same weekend as Little Mermaid. So usually we go Saturday morning because then her parents can watch the baby. So she's like, "Oh, I can get my parents to watch the baby Friday night." So we're going Friday night to see it. And I'm super hyped about it. It just looks like a fun movie, and I'm a big fan of him. So yeah, and then I put notifications in for Beast Wars 1 and a bunch of Sisu. I'm hopefully going to go see Sisu this weekend.
You don't seem to understand how good it is. I just can't wait for you to see it. Like you have no clue how good this thing is. And if you guys are watching, you don't know what Sisu is, look it up. Go to your local AMC or whatever you go see it.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah. So that's definitely on my list. I would love to be in your Zoom chat in your videos.
That'd be cool.
I know. I talked to you before. We wanna do something, record something off. Maybe not live right away, and then do something. Because usually, I think live, I don't mind doing like collabs in a panel. Panels are always fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I know. I like I said, I gotta talk to you, but I know I've been busy. I know Brian's been super busy, so
it's all right. We're trying to figure this all out, guys. It's gonna happen. All this stuff is going to happen. I can't wait. All right, you got it ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Make sure. All right, cool. I'm not even gonna bother flipping because they didn't care. They're like, "We're still gonna copyright you." I'm like, "Sons of bitches."
That's what you get.
Do it.
That's what we get.
That's what you get for supporting us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's do it. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer. We're Brian the Grizzly, and we have a few trailers for the night. If you're watching us live, appreciate you guys coming in and joining us live. If you're not watching us live, you're watching on replay, hit that subscribe button so you can join us and you'll be part of our video. But we are going to check out the Oppenheimer, the new trailer, the full trailer that came out recently, and I heard good things from people who saw it at CinemaCon, and yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so this is going to be my initial real reaction. I'm really excited. I want to see what we're gonna get.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, so but let's check it out. I'm gonna think we like that one, right?
Yeah,
that view. All right, let's watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your first initial reaction to that?
Very scary. It's like even though obviously we know how it ends, but just putting yourself back then, like when whose character is that? Matt Damon's character, asks like, "Oh, we could destroy the world." He's like, "Oh, it's near zero." Like, what? like that's like, yeah. That's scary when you start to think about it and put yourself in that position. It's like, holy crap. But then it's like, oh, if we don't do it, they're gonna do it, so we have to do it faster. So it's like shit.
And that's the reason why the world gets destroyed, like literally because of those type of things. Yeah. It bothers me so much knowing that people do these things and are okay with it. Okay, knowing that you could destroy everything and the people that are going to be around. The ramifications and wow, and how far they're willing to go to get these people to come help them. They built a town in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's so wild.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this I don't know like the details like that. With like they made a whole town, which was kind of interesting. Put that up, but yeah.
Does that make you more excited to see it?
On how more messed up I'm gonna be after. Like I'm excited because I think it's gonna look cool and it's gonna be really interesting because obviously a movie, so it's not 100% like factual, but I think a lot of the facts on this specific event is kind of like declassified by now, and people people make books and stuff. So, but just to like get a lot of the info is gonna be kind of daunting. I think it's very yeah.
I think it's too real. The same thing I said before. I mean, Christopher Nolan does a great job. These big productions, it's always epic. It makes you feel very epic, but I feel like it's too real. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes people kind of are afraid to get into that or know that that this is how bad the human psyche really is. That we really are able or one step from destroying everything at any point in time. Like that's. Some people just not going to want to see it. Some people just want to go to the fantasy, fantasy route. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that don't go see this. And kind of what Zach was saying. I think Barbie still does better. Barbie does better in that month. I could see Barbie make more money.
I could see Barbie doing pretty well just because I think kids are going to want to see that obviously more. But also, I can see a lot of like people too, like just like I can go see Oppenheimer, and I'm like, okay, I need to get that erased out of my mind, and then go see Barbie. Like right after, like immediately after, it's like, and then at least like kind of forget like that the world sucks for a second.
It seems like it's gonna be very epic. I mean, people are going to enjoy, watching it once. But this is not one of those movies you're going to watch multiple times. It's a one-time.
I mean, I think there are people who like World War II kind of like enthusiasts, not really enthusiasts, but like historians and stuff like that, and people who like digging into all those like stories and stuff like that, and conspiracies even. So I can see those kind of people doing it, but like, like I said, I think it's gonna kill that opening weekend, especially in IMAX. I think it's gonna look insane in IMAX. And it has a lineup because even Brandon was like, "Was that RDJ?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, this has so many famous people in this movie. So yeah. I think Florence Pugh's in it, ain't she?
Yep.
I think she's in it too. Yeah. So it is. Yeah, Florence Pugh. Trying to look at whoever else. Rami Malek is in it.
Xavier's making a real good point.
Was that Oppenheimer's first, and then Barbie will be the palate cleanser. Exactly.
But we said with Nolan films, we might have to see it multiple times to fully understand everything that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. He does that a lot.
I mean, that's kind of what happened with Inception. I knew what it was, but I had to watch it again to really enjoy the depth that went in. So, but this is more based on a true event. So I wonder how far does it really go?
Yeah.
Based on a true story, what is it? What we would actually get from it?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be really, really gorgeous looking, and I think it's gonna be well acted. I mean, I can definitely see some of these people possibly being up for Academy Awards. I can see this movie being up for a bunch of Academy Awards. But at the end of the day, it's just like you're not gonna walk out of the theater happy. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think I'm pretty sure you're not gonna like walk out and like you're gonna be like, oh wow, okay, yeah,
we're terrible. That's all you. We're terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be running. Gave up on Tenet. The ending is so good.
No, but the problem with Tenet is always the volume.
The volume is
the volume just didn't hit.
I don't know what he was doing. At home, I think it's better. It's better to watch at home than the theater because at home I was able just to blast it and listen.
It's a great idea. It's an incredible thought process to do that movie, but It just didn't hit in theaters the way it should have.
Yeah, the audio sucked, but the sound was good. You know what I mean? So the audio like levels were bad, but the audio had a really cool, very like freaky sound that would always play and stuff like that. But yeah, I love Tenet. I thought it was great. I've seen it, but I give up trying to understand it. Yeah. I always tell people I'm like, oh, it's just a story, but you also go in reverse as time goes forward. Yep. They're like, what? I was like,
so they're going
back in time, but they're not going back in time.
Forward at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. That's super cool. But like I said, this one is a little bit more straightforward because it is real life. So the script, man, people hate it. The script was great. The sound, it needed another like sound engineer or something like that, some audio engineers. So like
someone should have saw when they were doing it. When people were doing it, someone should have saw that and realized, hey, we need to turn this up.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Come on. Christopher Nolan you should know better. You should know better.
Yeah. But are you gonna check it out? Are you gonna watch this movie?
I'll watch it, but it's not number one on my list. Like, you know, for me, like I'm thinking like I can't wait for Spider-Man, you know, Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about, you know, Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm thinking about those things. I'm more interested in Mission Impossible than I am Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
That's more of my like I can't wait for that to come out. Oppenheimer, I was like, I'll see it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure it'll be beautiful, but it's such a terrible concept, and it did such a terrible job. A terrible thing to the people in the world. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's not high on my list. I know how bad of a thing it was. So it's not high for me.
Yeah. Same. You know, I'll watch it, and like I said, I'm gonna walk out and be like, it looked gorgeous. Everyone acted amazing. But then, it ends the way it ends in the real world. So it's not gonna be fun, and it's not good, and it's not a happy, so you're gonna really walk out being like, oh, I need some liquor, man. I need something to.
I'm like, damn it, Matt Damon, damn it.
Always, it's always Matt. Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, Barbie. It's going against Barbie, which is you sound like it sounds stupid, but and even like Horgy, I watch Barbie instead. If people I trust say it's good, I'll watch it. So. I think it's going to be good. But it's not, you're not going to, I don't say you're not going to have fun, but I think you're just not going to walk out happy.
Yeah.
That might be okay with people because they want a real story. But when I go to the theaters, I don't mind having emotions. Obviously, Guardians, we're going to get into that later. But when it's real, and you
real, you realize the effect it had on other people, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe we still do this.
Yeah. And also, like we're here decades later, and we know not only what happened, and then all the consequences of what happened and all that stuff. So it's like oh, it didn't happen a few years ago. It's like it's happened not long time ago, long enough for us, where like it's been a few generations now, and you're like, oh shit, okay, you got all this like fallout and this and that and all the issues. So, but we'll see. Kevin Davis said Oppenheimer will get Oscar nomination when it comes to the box office profit. It's not going to be a hot or hit film. I can see that.
That's why I think Barbie does better. It outsells it. Like it might not win the first week. Barbie might outsell it because everybody in their mom gonna go see Barbie.
Yeah.
So I mean, Margot Robbie is the perfect person for that. I mean, it just makes perfect sense. So. And it's a fantasy. It takes you away. Movies sometimes are better when they take you to a place where you don't have to think about the real life consequences of stuff. This is going to be a movie that think about real life consequences and see how we got there. You don't necessarily always want that. So I can see it not doing as well. Like it might not be a top 5 movie of the year.
That'd be interesting to see how this ends at the end of the year. Kevin 100% agree with you. I think it's going to get a bunch of nominations, not only because of who is directing it and also all these great actors in it. It is a very important subject. So I think it's gonna get a bunch of nominations, but money wise, So I'm curious to see where it ends at. But even like sales, I wonder what like sales are gonna do, like Blu-ray 4K sales. So
I think it might do well on Blu-ray 4K, something because people want to see it, show it once. But it's more of a piece. It's not something you want to be at home and watch it multiple times. I just want to show you how beautiful it could look on my TV.
I can see this. I can see people showing this like in school. Like as long as there's nothing too like crazy with like like sex scenes or whatever people are losing their minds over now. But it's history. So I can see this being taught in like not taught but shown in like some history class, like like, hey, it's Friday before vacation, I'm gonna make you all guys hate yourselves.
I don't know about that because they were like, this is not accurate. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how accurate it is. Although I think Nolan might get that right. Like Xavier said, hopefully the sound mixing is proved in Operator. I'm still interested in it. Yeah. Barbie will get Oscar nominations. It depends on how good it is.
Watch. It's gonna happen.
That'll be funny. Guardian guys to make more money. People are going to wait and watch on Disney Plus. We're going to talk about Guardians in a minute with especially and the money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse will make money. My only concern, it releases right after The Little Mermaid.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I actually think that people will go see Little Mermaid and they will, all right, now I not even want to see Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider-Man's going to take it for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see that too. It all depends on how well Little Mermaid. Right now, it's getting a lot of hate. So it'll be interesting.
I already got my ticket, so it's all right.
Yeah, same.
Tony, what's
so I know a little off topic. We'll get into this. The High Evolution looks like Steve Harvey on Saturday morning. I'm gonna save that for the actual review.
It looked like he has a Steve Harvey, but he put clothespins behind his head.
Like the Joker when he cuts off his face and puts it back on. Then, man, Drew, we're gonna I want to talk about that next. This is a November movie coming out during a crowded summer. That's I can see that. Yeah, this is definitely like a November movie. But also, I can see why.
This is perfect answer. You feel like this should be the summer blockbuster, but Mission Impossible is going to blow it out of the water. And I literally think it's going to be like 5th for the summer movies. Like I can see it not just being not top 5, but top 5 for summer movies. Like everything else blows it out the water.
Yeah. We got JR from the Coat Lords. What's up, JR? Christopher Nolan has not disappointed me yet. So we will see with Oppenheimer. That's true. That is true. I mean, some of these people in chat hate Tenet. It hurts me when they say that because I'm like, I loved it. But for me, he hasn't disappointed. There's been some low ones, but none that I was like, that sucked. Yeah,
but it's a lot of money into it. I mean, that's one thing, but is it a story that I wanted to take me away to really be the fantasy? I don't know if it's what it's going to be. And I'm telling you, I'm going to rather watch Barbie. I'm going to rather watch Mission Impossible. I'd rather watch, Rise of the Beast. Just those type of movies are going to be more up my speed, especially this summer. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. The Little Mermaid is tracking well. Spider-Verse is having good pre-sales right now. Acting in superhero film instead of animated movie. Yeah. I think superhero film instead of an animated movie, which I guess it is, but yeah. All right. Well, I'll bring up these other comments because they're not about this one. Let's finish up Oppenheimer. But appreciate everyone hanging out with us for this trailer reaction of Oppenheimer. If you're watching live, stick around. We got to talk about some other stuff. If you're watching on replay, thank you for clicking the video. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're live every Monday and Thursday, so you can join us live and be part of the show. Like everyone, you saw the comments. We're just part of the show. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are going to start doing some giveaway announcements for when we hit that magic number of 1,000. So make sure you hit that sub button. But anything else, Brian?
Nope. I can't wait to do the announcement. It's coming to you very soon. We got it, guys.
The first one.
Yes.
Yep. All right. But cool. Stick around. We got to talk about some other stuff. So I wanted just to finish that because we got some other ones. The Little Mermaid. I was like, which one? The Little Mermaid tracking is higher than Aladdin. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Early tracking expected to grow closer it gets to the opening like Aladdin did. I mean, my like it was a trailer for Guardians movie, and my girlfriend like loved it. She's like, I can't wait to see it. She's super hyped to see it. And you know what? Seeing it on the big screen, it it looked a lot better.
It looked
We've seen that trailer before. It looked a lot better. Yeah, it looked a lot clearer. I thought Melissa McCarthy looked pretty good.
There's gonna be little girls everywhere. They're gonna want to watch this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you should know. I mean, you're going like every weekend for the next like
weekend,
month.
man. I'm gonna see it on Wednesday. I'm gonna see it on Friday. I'm gonna see it on Saturday. Then the next week we'll just at the opposite days. I'm telling you, I know we're gonna spend thousands of dollars.
Just on it. And I know Disneyland and Disney World just announced that they are gonna have this live action Ariel at the parks for the upcoming for foreseeable future.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they already like moved like in Epcot in Epcot in Disney World in Florida. They already moved some things around, so she's gonna be at a certain spot. So, but yeah, if the meet and greets do well, I don't see her kind of leaving anytime soon. Especially if the toy sales do well. You know, I started seeing toys starting to hit the shelves now.
It's the money. I already bought toys. Already bought them.
Yeah. So. Yep. And then we got Toxic Gamer. What's up? Hello again, guys. What is up? Brandon said, I heard a lot of ginger character in DC were replaced by Black's live action counterparts. Starfire, the yellow Flash guy. Oh, okay. A lot of ginger character.
Well, Starfire was dark.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, but she was she was like orangey though in the cartoon and something like that, and in the live action it was a black actress.
Yeah, but you gonna get an orange? I mean, Patty Mayonnaise. I don't know if you guys know that was actually black. That's what actually was going on in Doug. So she could be orange all she want, but she was actually black, guys.
Yeah.
Patty Mayonnaise.
Forget about that. Doug. How old are you again? Showing your age.
Hey, I'm right that age. That Doug age. Patty Mayonnaise. I tell you, that's great.
Yeah. And the yellow Flash guy. Who's the yellow Flash guy?
Reverse Flash?
Yeah, Reverse Flash.
I don't know who it is yet. So
I don't think he's in the movies. In the show, it's still a white guy.
Yeah.
It was actually like two white guys.
Yeah. This is the thing.
Yeah. So, Kevin, it's American Born Chinese. I'm excited to see on Disney Plus. I heard about it. I haven't seen any trailers about it yet. I gotta see if there's any trailers.
I don't know if I saw trailers, but I definitely saw the coming soon thing on Disney Plus. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. I gotta check that out. Because I heard other people excited about that. And a Toxic Gamer said, I thought Guardians 3 and John Wick Chapter 4 was the only great movies so far of 2023.
Really? Even not Mario? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first week of Mario actually lost.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like it's gonna make a little bit more, but it's $1.1 billion.
Yeah.
Oof, jeez. And Guardians got some time to.
I think Guardians is gonna make a lot of money. I loved Creed 3. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I thought Dungeons and Dragons is not getting its due. It was such a good movie, man. I wish more people would go see it so we could get a part 2. I need a sequel to it. It is that good.
Yeah. So here, let me see if I can show this real quick. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with your letterbox, but I've been keeping up with it. I might not do a review every time, but at least I log it and I put it in order and stuff like that. And the Toxic Gamer, I'm going to save this comment for when we actually talk about Guardians. But I've seen 19 movies so far this year. Nothing compared to like Pert Minded or Zack Attacks. They're like in the 50s, 60s at this point. But yeah, so and Guardians number 1, John Wick number 2, then Creed 3 number 3. So
I mean that's exactly what I got. I mean, but I love Luther. Like, man, I love your list. But I'm telling you, Dungeons and Dragons is so good to me. Right, that would be my fifth movie right there.
Yeah,
because I refuse to watch Evil Dead. So
it was good. It was really damn good. But yeah, Dungeons and Dragons I thought was better than Mario. I really, and it sucks that we might not get a sequel to Dungeons and Dragons
just because people don't want to go see it. It's funny. It only made $90 million domestically. It made $111 million foreign. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's my list. Only 19 movies, but I'm hoping if I can get to 50 by the end of the year, I think I'll be okay.
If I really talk about everything I think I'll be at 50 by September.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think
movies, just movies that were released this year.
Yeah.
So
I think, this year it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah, because like I actually want to do. If you guys aren't gonna watch Beau is Afraid, I want to do like maybe a short review of Beau is Afraid. If I could, because that was the fucking craziest movie. It was so weird.
But asking yourself questions like, "What? Really? Did that really happen?" I don't know.
Yeah,
because you didn't see. You haven't seen Air. Did you see Tetris? I saw that.
Not yet.
And then 65.
So Air, Tetris, Sisu, Renfield. Those are still on my list. Really, my list should be about 25 right now, ish. I think. And I have those movies that kind of like lined up.
I think I'm at like 25, 26. That's why I should be somewhere around there.
Yeah. So I should be, once I get caught up with watching some of these other movies, I think it should be right there. What else we got? We got Secret Invasion, Ahsoka, Loki will be the biggest this year when it comes to streaming service program. Yeah, easily, I agree. All those.
Secret Invasion is going to be nuts.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be so good. I mean, Starfire's an alien with orange skin. She can be in your race. Yeah, especially since a lot of her designs is curly hair. So I had no problem with the actress. I just thought that the design was kind of,
it was too dark.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of everything was just too dark. But then you go super comic book accurate Robin and Nightwing, but then you don't do it for Starfire, which is probably even a little bit more simpler. Just leotard.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Have her float. That might work.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I hear is going to be a Mandalorian movie?
So I thought it's going to be a movie that's going to kind of wrap up all this stuff. So the Mandalorian is going to be in it. It's going to wrap up the Ahsoka stuff. It's going to wrap up a lot of the Star Wars stuff. It's not necessarily going to be a Mandalorian movie, but just a movie by Dave Filoni.
Mm-hmm. With all the creations. So it's supposed to be, I think, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and Mando. Is it? No, Acolytes is way in the past.
Oh, yeah.
It's like way in the past. It's like High Republic, kind of at the end of High Republic kind of stuff. But I know it's supposed to be like those all kind of anything Favreau and Filoni touch is gonna all kind of be one movie to end it all. Which would be cool. I forgot Dungeons and Dragons. Yep.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a lot of fun. Something about Wally West.
Yeah.
Which I liked his character too. I didn't mind the race swap.
I didn't care about that at all. It was fine. It was fun.
Yeah. The daughter was a little annoying.
Oh, what's
I forget what her name is.
Iris. Yeah, Iris was annoying as hell. So I don't care.
Not Iris, the daughter who comes from the future.
No, I loved her daughter, man.
Did you? I thought she was annoying.
I loved her daughter. She was excess. Excess was fine. Yeah. I have no problem with excess.
Yeah. Well, they raced and gender swapped because but also it made sense because Iris was a black actress in the show, so I didn't mind that. But I thought she was just annoying. But also Excess, who that character in the comic, he's annoing as shit too. The Flash from the future that comes back, just that character in general is kind of annoying. So, oh man, I do agree. Dungeons and Dragons was better than Mario. Yeah. It was so much fun. I have 18 great movies.
Wow. Okay.
18. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons super underrated. I haven't watched Beau is Afraid because I'm not out to yet. Yeah, no, yeah, okay. But when I saw the trailer, I thought it was definitely going to be a movie where you ask questions, a lot of questions. It,
No,
it,
I heard people writing huge things on it because you have no idea what the hell's going on.
yeah, it. Hey, thank you, Mark, for liking the stream. Yeah, Bold Afraid it's a very interesting, very interesting movie. Yeah, yeah. I went on the boat review. Okay.
That's good. That works. Yeah. See,
yeah. I might get him in there. Also, Bo, I knew could cause some controversy. It's not really controversy. It's more, I think it's like you could take different things out of the movie because everything's so up in the air where you're like, oh, I thought this when I saw that. And somebody else will be like, well, I thought this when I saw that. And that's kind of how it's meant to be. I think that's what they were kind of going for. You know, it's like, you know, like, yeah. I didn't hate it. It's actually my 10. It's number 10 out of 19 for me. So it was very weird, very confusing, but also I didn't hate it. So
Joaquin Phoenix. That's what he does.
Yeah, A24 just does. I did see prior to this and missed the damn review. Well, we didn't do the review yet.
No, we haven't done it.
We're kind of like Star Wars and Marvel show not lit streaming on fire.
Yeah, but I think Ahsoka will Ahsoka's going to do it. That's what it is. And Secret Invasion looks so good. It looks, cinematic. So I mean, I think that we're going to enjoy seeing these things. And then Samuel L. Jackson, just come on, man.
Yeah,
it's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he's good.
Every time I say his name, I feel like I say motherfucker.
Like
inside, like
that's his middle name,
exactly,
or his middle name. Yeah. Not like advisory in a bad way, but it's like it's people talking. Yeah, it gets people talking. No, you didn't. Sorry, did I? Like, did I? My letterbox link. Did you post it?
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, you know what? It might have blocked it.
I don't think I saw it though.
Sometimes they do that. Post it back up. If anything, post it back up and then we'll take a look. Because mine is just Tink Kramer, one word. Nice and easy. everything I do is that. Iris is black in a lot of media. She's also black in the Flash movie. Oh yeah, she was.
Yep.
I forgot about that. I thought the daughter was good, but as soon as she popped up, it was started to stop watching the Flash. Same. After that season, I kind of just.
Grant, I didn't stop watching the Flash. I still watched all of it except for this season.
I know.
Except for this season. This season was just too much. You know what? And it's also because I know it's the last season. So, even if I did enjoy it, it's kind of hurts a little bit. Like I did it with Bones. It's the same thing. Like I didn't want to watch the last season. I just didn't want it to have that sadness. Supernatural, I saw all of it, and I wasn't crying, and you were crying. But
yeah. People either love or hate Bo. I think most people like it, and it's just confusing. Because there's one person I was watching a review on somebody doing it, and the person started off saying I didn't like it. By the end of the review, they're like, you know what? After talking about it and actually like kind of engaging in a conversation about it, they wind up liking it at the end. They're like, now that I think about it, I like it. The only bad thing, it was 3 hours long, which it's so long, man.
That's I want to watch it, but I'm not going to give 3 hours. No, just not.
It's really, really long.
But I gotta be in the car to get 3 hours. Like,
go back to Indiana.
Exactly.
Superman best friend is black.
Little Mermaid is now black.
Little Mermaid is not black. Wally West Flash is black. Batwoman is now black. Well, was supposed to be.
Yeah.
These are all ginger comics.
So he's talking about Superman. He's talking about working at the
I can't think of his name.
At the Daily Planet. What is his name?
But the photographer guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's interesting. Wally West was he a ginger? Huh? That's funny.
Yeah,
I never thought about that. That's interesting.
Jimmy Olsen.
Right. Jimmy Olsen. There we go. Yeah, Brandon Horror Geek. Thank you. But yeah. If you get Brandon and Zach on here, fellas, like get on here because there's so much to talk about in this film. No, we're just gonna do just us right now, because even Brandon, I know Brandon's probably he's having fun. He's doing other stuff. But Black people can be Ginger Ariel, Silverhead. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Trust me, I have a lot of cousins that are redhead.
Definitely seasons that were great with Flash for 1, 2, and 3. Oh, man, I don't
know about that. I think it was fine all the way to 5. I think that's because for a while Flash was the only good thing on the CW. Like literally the only good thing was the Flash.
Yeah, because even Arrow got bad.
Yeah,
and then it ended, and you're like, oh, thank God. The others are good, okay, or bad. Yeah. The Mermaid's going to be. The Little Mermaid's going to be 3 hours long.
No, really?
I hope not. I hope not.
Ain't no way no little kid gonna sit there with a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And what else are you doing? I mean, the original movie is like 95 minutes.
Yeah, right. How much you adding?
How much can you add? Like, yeah come on, kiss me, girl. That's that's it. See,
the Meg trailers is on our list today.
Yeah,
we're gonna hopefully we'll get to that.
We might have to do
that might
do
be
our talk
the end.
and then we do a Meg trailer.
Yeah.
No. So we didn't say no. The Little Mermaid, I believe, is only. I thought it says an hour 40 minutes. I believe that's what.
Oh, no. Bo's Afraid is 3 hours long. Bo's Afraid is 3 hours long. And also, they announced the runtime for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is going to be the longest animated film.
I'm okay with it because I'm so excited.
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think it said.
So, Little Mermaid runtime, it will be 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's about average, I think. I think it should still be closer to 90, but I'm okay with it.
It works.
I'm okay. Yeah. Jimmy's never been portrayed as a redhead in live action. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because Zack Snyder killed him off super fast. Like Zack Snyder killed him off super fast. Yeah, now we're talking about him. They added new songs. They always add new songs in live action.
But I don't know why.
Yeah. Show
off the singing voice, I guess.
By the way, I read early reviews on Boogeyman and they're surprisingly positive. That's good. Because I was hoping it would be good.
It looks good. It's just you can't prove it's going to be good. It looks good though.
Yeah. So real quick, I saw Drew ask a question, and then we want to get a bunch of comics. What is your most anticipated movie for July? So I actually pulled up a list. I put July, but I didn't put 2023, so it brought me back to last year. So we got some good ones. Once upon a time in Uganda, I was like, okay, whatever. Insidious, The Red Door, that's what coming out. Joyride, which I am actually really excited about. Joyride, I think it's gonna be really, really funny and raunchy from what I heard about it. Mission Impossible, the Barbie, Oppenheimer is on there. Haunted Mansion is on too. So some good ones. I don't know if that's all of them or not, but
I'm going Mission Impossible, and Kevin is saying Mission Impossible box office total runs prediction between 700 and 800 million. I'm going to guess that it goes 1.4 billion. I think Mission Impossible is going to blow numbers out of the water. I believe it might be this year's Maverick.
There's a good chance because he's coming off of already a high, like already $1 billion movie with Top Gun.
Yep.
I can see that. I don't know, 1.4. Yeah, man.
The reason I'm saying 1.14. just under Mario. I believe it'll be just under Mario because I think it's going to do well domestically and foreign.
Yeah. 8-7. I think it's gonna get past the bill, but I don't know if it's gonna get past
because Mario I think is going to be 1.2.
I think it's gonna end right around 1.2.
So it's going to be hard to catch that, but if anyone can catch it, Mission Impossible can. Even though Guardians is going to give them a good run for the money, because if Guardians does another week like it just did, we're talking about if it's at $600 million and it's already number 2, like after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It
had a good opening weekend, a really like a pretty good opening weekend, second highest opening weekend of the year so far, only behind I believe Mario. So I mean, that's a good place to be if you're behind a $1 billion movie. So
they did almost $300 million in the first year, first week.
First week we're global,
global, almost $300 million. So if it does even close to that, doing again, we're talking about it's already number 2. We're talking about next week. Yeah, I can see Guardian breaking a bill. Yeah,
and spoiler alert for when we get to it, me and Eric are already trying to figure out when we can go see it again. Like we're like, okay, when can we sneak out, and have somebody watch the baby so we can go again because we want to see it again.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Mission Impossible I think is my top one for July. Haunted Mansion, I think I'm definitely gonna watch that as well. I think that's gonna be fun.
I mean, that's number 5 for me because 2 is Barbie for me.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. And I just have to see it, but I can't wait to see it. Mm-hmm. And Oppenheimer's
it looks fun.
Somewhere 3 or 4, depending on where it is. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And Zach said they cloned Tyrone and talked to me for July.
Talk to me.
Okay. Where's did I pass that one? See, I don't think this is all the. Oh yeah, there you go. They cloned Tyrone. I heard. Oh, the Netflix. Yeah. I heard about that one. Boyega Fox Paris. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a pretty good one. And it talked to me. My friend group, surprising spirit using. Okay, so like a scary movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like Ouija board, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah. But I really, really liked the Mission Impossibles. I kind of fell off of it for a little while, and then got back on it the last couple of ones, and this one looks good. Looks really good. But there's a few. Yeah, Barbie, like you said, is gonna be good. Joyride is probably that might be my number 2 for me. Joyride. It looks good. It looks funny. It looks like it's gonna be really like a good time.
I don't know. Sometimes it gets too stupid for me, and sometimes I get over stupid stuff. So
because I heard like
I'll see it.
Yeah, because I heard it's like it's obviously it's funny, it's raunchy, and then people that because they showed the entire movie at CinemaCon, and people were like, it goes from like laughing, funny, and then like very emotional because of the purpose of what why they're going to China and stuff like that. So I don't know if it does well. I actually like the original, but I hope this one does better. Oh, the Little Mermaid or the Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion
with Eddie Murphy. That one was, I guess, it was good for the time, but I think this one is going to be probably more close to the ride. I think it's going to use the similar characters and stuff to the ride. Guardians 3 will be closer to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness box office total run.
I think it's gonna be a better movie. And Guardian, so because right around 880 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But because it has such a big opening, and I don't see a movie knocking it out the way yet. They're gonna be good movies, but nothing to Spider-Man that's going to be on that level. So I feel like it's going to have its run for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's all it really takes. You get 3 weeks at winning box office.
So Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness ended at $955.8 million.
Oh, really? So
It was close.
I stopped looking at about 880. Yeah, I didn't realize it got that much. Wow.
Thor: Love and Thunder, 760.9. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, 59.2. Yeah, 99.55.
Wakanda Forever did what?
It ended at 859.2.
Okay.
Yeah. I think at the end you said 850, didn't you?
Yep. That's what I said.
So yeah, you're right there. So, but Doctor Strange I think it did better in international probably. But that's almost a bill.
This is going to do better internationally than it does domestically. I think this is only going to make $450 million domestically. I can see 600 on foreign.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange did 411 domestic, 544 international.
Yeah. So that's a good comp then.
I can see it being right there, but if this did 955, I could see Guardians really breaking a bill.
Yeah.
I can see it breaking a bill.
And you have the time. You have the time to do it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I mean, there's not another huge movie really till Little Mermaid.
But even then, you get a lot of people that probably won't watch it and go watch Guardians a couple more times.
Exactly.
So
because they did a good job. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Guardians did worse than Volume 2. It will probably tap out around 800 read with good legs.
No, did worse than Volume 2. Did it? I thought this is the number one.
I think it was the best opening in the. I would have to look it up. I thought it was the best opening for the franchise.
Yeah.
But it has better ratings. It has better ratings than number 2.
Yeah.
It's last I checked, it was like a 95%.
95% by audience. The audience
80-something% critics. So
the audience is loving it. That's why everyone who walks out of the movie theater says, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, exactly. Guardians has too much competition.
I don't think it does.
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out what movie we're watching this weekend, and I'm like, shit, what's coming out?
Yeah,
watch Guardians again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Domestic has to improve to get past 8.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it already did 118 million. It's gonna do 400 million easy domestic, and that means it's gonna do way more foreign. So I think it goes. I'm telling you, we're gonna be talking about it at the end of this, probably in June, saying, "Wow, can you believe it has this much money already?"
Yeah, it's at 289 worldwide. Guardians of the Galaxy.
So it's already almost $300 million, guys.
Yeah, and let's see, the last count was the 5th, so that's not including.
Yeah,
no, that's the release date.
No, that's the start Sunday. I think that was Sunday.
Yeah. So, because it was 118 domestic, 170 international.
Literally, you're not getting Little Mermaids to 20. Well, I guess you have Fast X, but I don't think that hurts you. That's not going to hurt you. Really.
Yeah. Like Doctor Strange had a big opening weekend, 187, but we only went to go see that. Then we saw it together, right? We were in the theater, and it was an okay movie. I mean, I didn't hate it as much as other people hated it, but it wasn't great. Guardians, I'm already like, we got to see this again, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people. So it all depends on the second weekend. If this second weekend doesn't have a low drop, I think that's gonna play good.
If the second weekend, if we're talking about next weekend, and we're saying that is approaching $500 million. We're talking about $1 billion movie. That's what, because literally I'm looking. Little Mermaid is not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt a Marvel movie. Only thing that's going to hurt a Marvel movie is like Spider-Man, Fast X. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it hurts it either. Honestly, I think Guardians could be number 1 going in for the next 3 to 4 weeks. If it goes 3 to 4 weeks, number 1, we're talking about a movie that's going to be approaching $1 billion.
Yeah. So I'm looking. So what's coming up next? The Tudor, Curse of Wolf Mountain, Knights of the Zodiac, Hypnotic, Book Club. It says I don't know why it airs right there, but
Nothing.
Crater, it ain't over. Still, Fool's Paradise. I mean, it's gonna win again. It might have a really, really good second weekend.
Yeah,
because they just got nothing.
You just look at what's going against. It's going against nothing. And Mother's Day weekend, and you can take your mom to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, I think it does a big weekend. I think we're talking about next week saying, wow, it's over $500 million, guys. And it is running it down. It's now the number 2 movie already released this year. I think that's what happens next week.
Yeah. Because Fast X will be the next big one.
And that's still the 19th.
That's still the 19th. So, and then,
I still think Guardians could beat Fast X.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Fast X is going to be fun, but you know what you're getting with Fast X. You know what I mean? I don't know. But White Man Can't Jump, ain't no going to see that one. Sanctuary.
Little Mermaid's going to beat it, though.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid will beat it, but that's not until the 26th.
Oh, yeah, the machine. I mean, I'm going to see it, but that ain't being the Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid probably was, so it gets a solid. For sure, I think it's going to win next week. It's going to be interesting to see it up against Fast X to see what it does with there, and then Little Mermaid is going to win. Little Mermaid's winning, no doubt. So, and then after that, if the Little Mermaid isn't good or isn't as enticing to kids, I can see.
Across the Spider-Verse comes out the next week.
Oh, shit, it does.
It comes out the next week. That's when it's all over. Yeah, while I was even looking about Across the Spider-Verse, really, it opens June 2nd, but I don't think Across the Spider-Verse has to worry about the boogeyman.
No.
But it only has one. I think Across the Spider-Verse might still beat Transformers the next week. It might still beat it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Transformers Strays. Strays is doing a lot of well, but yeah, let's see. But that's starting going into June.
But then when the Flash comes out, the Flash is going to blow everything else out the water, and then we'll have to go back. We'll have to go back into our review earlier when I said, "Watch the money."
We'll see, man. Hopefully, if it does well, it's one thing. But if it does well and they decide to keep them, because some other dumbass a producer or somebody in that's part of the film said this movie's gonna make you forget about all the bad shit he did. What? That's not how this works, man. No.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
But look at this weekend, June 16th. Elemental, The Flash, The Blackening, Asteroid City. Then over on Netflix, you got The Extraction.
I might watch all those.
Yeah,
I might just live there. I'm like, all right, this is my spot. I live here now.
Bring your own lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give me a cot right over there in that corner. I'm good. It's my birthday weekend too. Yeah, think about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Happy birthday. I'm staying here.
Yeah. But yeah, Astro City's gonna be PG-13. What? Yeah, I think a lot of his aren't they?
Yeah.
I love what's his name. I'm gonna bring fart on. What the hell is the director? Paul Anderson, not Paul Anderson.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever, Anderson. I'm having a brain fart right now. Wes Anderson. There you go.
Yes, there you go. Good.
Yeah. Cool. I'm not getting it Across the Spider-Verse since the first one didn't do that great. It didn't, but also I think it surprised a lot of people because a lot of people weren't excited about it.
And then all of a sudden they saw what happened, and then next we're like,
it's Academy Award winning good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how the second one does. I think. Plus the game, the Miles Spider-Man Miles Morales game coming out, kind of got more people on the Miles hype train. I think it's gonna do pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah,
I should say flop. It's a Wes Anderson film, man. People are gonna go out there and support it no matter what, and it's not gonna be a flop.
I can see it
none of
not
his movies
doing.
are fun, but
I can see it not doing a lot of money. I can see it.
but it's gonna be one of those things that is gonna do great on DVD. That's how they all do. All his movies are classics, cult classics, kind of thing. So yeah. June 16th is gonna be Live for Movies. Yeah, that was a crazy list. Oh, a crazy list.
So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did almost $400 million.
That's not bad.
It almost did, and without having any acclaim. So I'm actually going to guess that this movie does double.
800.
That it gets real close to $800 million.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to bet against it. So, like I hope it does. But yeah, the first one they didn't do any marketing for. This one's obviously got a bunch of marketing. So I'm good with that. Pixar Elementals go against the Flash is going to overshadow. I'd rather for them to put on Disney Plus.
They might want to put it on Disney Plus soon. Well, because
yeah,
parents need movies to take their kids to. Parents will. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mummies. Mummies is a top 20 movie on the box office because parents had nothing to take their kids to. It made over $50 million. It was one of the most racist, terrible movies I've ever seen in my life. Straight up. Like, I was sitting there watching, like, this is terribly racist. Does anyone else notice this? And then this other lady, she looked at me, she was like, yeah, it is.
You locked eyes, you're like,
wow, this is awful. But it still is going to make money. So those type of movies make money. Parents have to take the kids to go see something, especially in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But what else we got? It has some time to shine, at least until Fast X comes along. Yeah. So I'm curious, are you guys fans of wrestling? So your favorite wrestler, meaning specifically like WWE? I really Stone Cold. That was the last time I watched wrestling. Stone Cold and The Rock. So yeah.
Hey, honestly, just be real. I've been an Undertaker fan for 20-some years. And when he finally retired, I was so sad. I didn't care about Daniel Bryan. I didn't care. Like, I know, like, I watched some stuff. Like I have watched some. SummerSlam is just something that you have to watch. But I don't watch as much as I used to. I used to watch it religiously. Like,
same.
I used to plan my day around it. But now I just watch. When the big ones come out, the big events come out.
Yeah. Even then, I'm like, who are you? Like, oh, it's the dude from the real world. Okay. like,
oh, Miz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was like, the Rock got sued for like $3 billion. Him, the Miz, and all those wrestlers. That's something we got to talk about later. But yeah,
I don't know anything about that whole. I just saw the headline. And I'm like, I'll read it later, and then never came back around to reading it. So sorry, man. Not too big into wrestling. Do you think Jonathan Majors can make a comeback? His court date was today, and I didn't get a chance to look at any information to see what happened. But I mean, if everything's innocent, which I think and hope,
they drop all charges and say that none of this stuff happens. It's
just gonna be like a little blip in his career where you're like, oh, I remember that time when the shit happened, but. I hope he does. I think he does too. I think he's still gonna be king. He's still gonna be fine. Especially from the stuff I've seen. Both of us, we talked about and showed each other and stuff. So, but that's like one thing. Like we did talk about it before, and then like the next day after us talking about it, new shit came out. So I was like, I'd rather wait.
Yeah,
because I don't want to like have a video come out every other day like, oh, well, we have to take back what we said yesterday because now this came out, and like, oh, now this came out. So I rather wait, but I do hope everything is in the clear.
I hope if he didn't do anything that he doesn't get crucified. If you do something, sometimes you need to own up to it. I don't know enough about it, but if everything is cleared, then I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. So, but I do try to keep up with what is going on and stuff like that. Like I said, today was supposed to be his court date, but I don't know what happened. I didn't get a chance to look up if it got delayed or moved or what, or everything's just kind of, kind of kept silent for a while. I mean, that is a possibility.
Might take a whole week.
That too. But if you do want to like look a lot into it, Chillmonger, he's a friend of the channel. He's been on a few times. He talks about it a lot, so if you want to like some good like info and he shows like video clips and stuff like that and talks about it, Chillmonger is definitely a good guy to go and watch about Jonathan Majors and all that stuff like that. So yeah. Spider-Verse pre-sales gives it a chance for 100 mil since right now it's performing like a superhero film. Yeah. Also, it helps that have more views than some are superhero films. Yeah, I think it's gonna do well. I think people are hyped about it. I tried looking today. Hold on, I'm gonna look right now because I thought I couldn't get tickets. Because I did get tickets.
Yeah, I got tickets.
Yeah,
I got tickets. Yeah.
I got tickets for that, Little Mermaid, and The Machine. So, yeah, I think it's gonna do well. Do you think Hulu going to merge with Disney Plus or get sold to Comcast? They're selling it. I don't think they want it. They're selling it. I could see them selling it to Universal and also getting like Neymar Hulk. That's what I hope.
Majors is due in court tomorrow.
They moved it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's tomorrow.
Okay. So, but
all right. Well, we were talking about this stuff. Yeah. We might as well get right into this review.
Yeah, I know, right? We got lots of stuff. But yeah, man, we love chit-chatting and stuff like that. I think we just need to do a video where we just hang out with chat all day.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the funnest things.
It is.
Chat, by far.
It is. It's cool. We got our custom layout down here. Obviously, rocket in the middle. Sad.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do so anybody watching, just so you know, we're gonna do a review. We're gonna talk about our good stuff, the bad stuff, and our ratings, and then we're gonna talk about it as a trilogy. So we're gonna get into that too. So let's jump right into it. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Crane with Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We both saw it this past weekend. I think we saw it both during the week too.
Yeah, I saw it on Thursday at like 4:00.
Okay, I saw it on Friday, so it was nice in the middle of the day. So, but it is number 1 in the box office. Everyone's talking about it. It is like the movie everyone's talking about right now. So we're gonna we have to talk about it because we're big nerds and big fans and big movie fans. Yeah. So how we're gonna do this? We're gonna talk about the good stuff we liked, some of the bad stuff, and then we're gonna get to our official ratings for it. We're gonna rate it. And it's full warning, put the warning here. We are talking about spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, pause this video right here and then come back after you see it and let us know in the comments what you think about it. But right off the bat, do you have a synopsis or does it need a synopsis?
I mean, we could always get it up. I mean, why not?
Hey, I got one real quick. I just so happened to have one because I was looking at the box office scores. So a quick little rundown of what it is. Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, Peter Quill rallies his team to defend the universe in one of their own, a mission that could mean the end of the Guardians if not successful. So
that's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty simple. Yeah. Not too much, but yeah. So we'll get into some of the good stuff first. Like I said, full spoilers. So what are some of the things you liked about this one?
Everything. So let me just start at the beginning. I enjoyed it show how Peter Quill is dealing with all the stuff. I enjoyed how you see how the team is reacting. Everyone was acting within their character. Like, as far as the character development, where they were left off, that's how they were acting. So Nebula wasn't acting different just because all of a sudden she's supposed to be the good guy. She was still within that character where she was in her development and how she was going from this point B to point C. Like, we didn't jump anything from that. Same thing I gotta say about Groot and Gamora and all of them. They were back basically exactly where they were. And we saw more character, more development of them there. They took the story from where it was and they really just enhanced it and kept it going along with every single character, and they didn't miss out anything. I loved what they did with Adam Warlock. I thought that was actually good because what James Gunn was gonna do. I thought that was right up his alley. I was glad Will Poulter didn't have to be uber serious right away, and give him an opportunity to be stupid and then kind of grow into the character a little bit. I loved Rocket. Rocket was so good. His development was good. Layla was so good. Oh, all those. Oh my God, broke my heart. How many times I could cry? I didn't know. I know, like it was like my kids said, "Daddy, are you crying?" I was like, "No, something's in Daddy's eye."
For the next hour.
They did so many cool things, like having that other Earth. That was very cool. Giving us flashbacks, but not making the entire movie full of flashbacks. That was so good of doing. I did not like Gamora. Like I liked her where you left her, but I wished that she was going to do a little bit more. But I was happy that Peter was able to kind of get over what happened with him, with them, and how even Gamora and Nebula, how their relationship was. That was cool too, But I think the number one thing I loved was the use of family. Without Vin Diesel family, I know that's all so crazy. That's the thing, but they really were a family. How they're willing to give up everything for Rocket. Like, this is my brother. This is it. He's my best friend. I will do anything for him. And that's what they were. They were a family, and they were willing to do whatever. And I love the feeling that we got throughout the movie. And I love Drax. I love what they said about Drax when she said, "I know where you are. You were born to be a father." And the way he interacted with those little kids and how he was just the life of the party and just so good for those kids. It warmed my heart. I loved it. So I know it's a long list of stuff, but I loved this movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't talk about it because no one else saw it. I was like, oh my God.
Well, you had to wait a whole day.
A whole day. I was like, 24 hours. This is crazy.
Yeah. This was, man, like Horror Geek said, I love Rocket so much. Yeah, I mean, this really put it out there, and then the kid started sobbing after what happened to Layla.
Oh my gosh! That was so hard.
That was man, but that was another thing. Like you said about the flashbacks, I thought the flashbacks were done really, really great because it's hard to do it sometimes because either you put too much flashback all at once, or sometimes it doesn't feel like it's in the proper order. Yep. Like here, it felt like, I mean, obviously it's a flashback, so it should be in order, but there's times it just feels like it doesn't belong in the time that they actually do the flashback in the main story. Yep. Every time they cut to a flashback, it made sense why they cut back to that Rocket part, and then it just got more and more emotional with it, even like that, like when he first reaches in the cage and it's just like just hand of doom, and that I thought that was like really interesting.
And it followed his transition from being in a coma and all that stuff. It made perfect sense along with it.
But I mean, it goes from sad to super sad to you're crying. It's like
I'm not crying, you crying.
Yeah. So it was a lot, just that. Because since hearing Floor say "Rocket teeth, Floor go now." Then eventually going to silence, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, that was, oh my God, it was I mean, and that's the crazy thing. It's like he introduced these characters, and we only see them in flashbacks, and so we only see them little bits here and there, and how quick we get connected, especially to Layla, because she was the main one. But even like Teeth and Floor, like I want to know more about Teeth. Like, why does she got that thing? You're like, is it the new mouth, or is it covering up the mouth because like she's got a monster in there, or like I'm curious about that, and stuff like that, and then just, oh my God, like it was so much. Right, just the rocket part was a lot, and then you had the whole Gamora thing. I For me, I thought that was really good what she did, and I'm glad James Gunn didn't go down that road, because like that was the whole will they won't they kind of thing. And then at the end of number 2, it's kind of like, oh, they're a couple and stuff like that. Like, okay, like they actually love each other. And then what happens in Infinity War and Endgame and all that stuff. And I was afraid they were going to bring her back, and he and her were going to have this like will they won't they again. And instead it's like it's Star-Lord trying so hard to get her back, and finally she just snapped. She was, I'm not her. Like, I'm not this person. I think she at the end of the movie she accepts like maybe why the other version of her would have.
She understands what's going on with them, but that wasn't her family.
But it wasn't her family. Like, she doesn't understand any of that, so, but I think she kind of starts to realize, okay, like, I get what's going on. But for me, like, I really like number 2, and people hate number 2. And after this movie, I think you can appreciate number 2 even more, because number 1 was them coming together, these band of misfits coming together to save the world or galaxy or whatever. And then number 2 was like them realizing they're a family, like unintentionally realizing like, oh shit, like we're a family. And in this one, it's like we will kill whoever we need to save one of us, and we will die trying. I mean? So it's like, coming together, finding out, and then actually showing that like you have this love for each other. So that's why I was like, this is how, like, for me, like, that one made it even more, because like if it wasn't for number 2, I don't think you would have got that connection of like how much they all love each other. Even Yandu, who wasn't even in this one. I mean, well, it was like a little ghost vision, but it was just like interesting, for was it Kraglin, was pretty fun character, because him developing his powers, and then him and the dog Cosmo, I thought was great. Like
I didn't understand what Cosmo was doing and all that time, and then I realized, she's able to like create barriers, or she able to create a seal.
Yeah, she like telekinesis, I think. So yeah. She like pulled it in so tight, it was like airtight and stuff like that. But yeah, that's from the comics and stuff. But man, it was just really, really great. Groot, I thought, looked good. I thought the CGI was really good. I thought the CGI was super on point with it, but even like Nebula being, as much as she was, but you can tell like her face, they didn't do that much CGI.
Yep. It was a mask or something. Like you could see
it was like painted and prosthetics and stuff like that. But obviously her arm, the nanotech kind of thing, and just how, like, man, and it starts off with hitting you hard with Peter being drunk, in his feelings and stuff. And Nebula is like, now she's the replacement mother of it, because it was Gamora. It was Gamora and Peter were the mom and dad. But what happens when the mom is gone? Like you get like a stepmom or somebody else comes in to fill that role, and that was Nebula.
Like aunt. It was like, you imagine like the aunt came in and trying to replace the role, and you couldn't do it because there's nothing there for her. Like, we don't have that same relationship. But then she's finding her own way in that family too, and that was so cool. And her relationship with Rocket, how it grew and all that, it just was so good.
Because you forget, like, Rocket and Gamora, or Rocket and Nebula were still there during the blip. They don't really talk about it that much in this one, but they were the only 2 left. So that was 5 more years of just them together, just them 2. All the rest of the family was gone. So I think Rocket being like kind of the true leader of, or like almost like the unofficial leader throughout the rest of the movies. Now you can kind of go back and watch it, like, oh yeah, like it was Star-Lord, but it was really, you wouldn't have the team without Rocket.
Yeah, but that was so good at the end of the movie, seeing Rocket, and him saying, no, you already have a leader. And he'll be the best leader of everybody. But once again, it hits differently when it's coming from your best friend. Like it just hits differently. Like, wow, you really do believe in me. all the bad that I've caused, all that gets kind of water under the bridge because it still doesn't take away from my character. And I think that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah.
But I got to say, Mantis had a really good character. The way her arc went, oh my God, I loved it. Mm-hmm. Even her realizing that she can be who, and she was the one realizing like, oh no, you keep on calling Drax stupid. He's not stupid, or he's not just stupid. He's more than what you're trying to make. Trying to box people into these little boxes and these little squares so you can easily explain. That's not what they are. Mm-hmm. There's more to them. His feelings, he's very literal, but doesn't mean that he's not something great inside. And she realized by saying all those things that she's talking about herself too. And that she's not helpless little thing. She doesn't need anyone. She could still be strong and go out in the world and be by herself and be okay. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, because she was always like with somebody. She was with Ego and had to take care of Ego. Now she's with this team and she never was able to find herself because she was always with somebody. So like, yeah, her ending was great. Everyone's ending I thought was really good. Even Drax ending was cool. Oh well, real quick, with that scene where you said her and Nebula were arguing about Drax being stupid, and then she like made him forget. I was like, ooh, is that crossing a line?
Oh, definitely.
Is that crossing a line? Because like, I get why she did it, but also it's like, damn, like that's borderline. Because she said it earlier. She was, the whole joke of like, oh, go touch him, to make him feel better, which was like, oh, not like that, And she said like, oh, we don't manipulate emotions of friends, and then she did it. But she did it for a good reason, but she still did it. So now that, there's that whole ethical dilemma of like, I did something bad, but for a good reason, and it's like, was it bad or was it good? Should she have done it?
Well, it doesn't matter because Drax not going to be in any of the movies. So she's good.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I know that. But one thing is the whole time, we said they're going to kill at least 2 people.
I know.
They didn't kill anyone. Not one person. They came close. They came close a few times though. Drax got hit. He got his face bashed in by Adam Warlock, and then he got shot twice by this giant gun that like almost killed him. And the whole time you're like, oh, Rocket, he's gonna die. He's gonna die, right? He's gonna die. So
even when he needs to live, then all of a sudden, look, he's about to die.
Yeah. So there you go. I'm kind of glad they didn't kill anyone at the end of this movie, because I'm like, I was preparing for that to happen, but at the end I'm like, I like that because Drax, I thought like he's gonna go be with his real family, his biological, or his daughter and his wife, but instead because he
became a dad and be able to help all those lost kids and be there for all of them.
Yeah. So I was like, I really like that. It was like, well, now you get to be a dad to a bunch of kids and you can help.
That's also lost their parents.
Yeah.
That understands what you've been through. You can help them through what they're going through.
Yeah.
So I thought it's like it's a story that he deserved, that Drax deserves, and I thought that was great.
Yeah. So one last thing before I move on to some comments and then we'll get into the bad stuff is the whole time Gamora doesn't understand Groot. He says, I am Groot. And she's like, yes, I know. It kind of like going back to number 1 with Peter and Groot, but everyone else, Drax, even Nebula, Peter, they all understand what Groot says now. They understand, except for Nebula. And then there's the one part in the movie, right, when you think he's gonna say it again. He says, I love you guys. And I'm like, okay, is that because now we spent so much time with this character because we understood him? So like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I kind of took it as, like, oh, now we understand, what he's saying.
I thought that Vin Diesel got $10 more million, and he was like, "Hey, I'll say some other words, man.
I can say a couple more words."
He's like, just because. Yeah. And I thought he was gonna say family.
Oh my
family.
God. It's like they just cut it from the Fast and Furious somewhere. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he
that's
pulls out a
funny.
Corona.
And it goes. He's already in space.
Yeah,
Duct tape.
yeah. But that was one thing I thought, like, it was stuck in my head, like, afterward for a while. I was like, did he learn a different word, or
we just understand him so much now that we're able to get it? Yeah,
just,
yeah.
So that was kind of like interesting, and I kind of want to see what James Gunn says about that.
Well,
Yeah,
Horror Geek just answered for you, so can't wait for you.
There you go. Yeah, yes, James confirmed that the audience now understands Groot. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah, because that's what I kind of took out of it. I'm like, that's cool. That's a cool way to put it. Sorry, let's go through some of these comments and we'll get into some of the bad stuff. Toxic Gamer said, as soon as they died and Rocket was scratching the high evolutionary, I was going in my head, tear him up, tear him to other pieces, Rocket. Yeah. I wanted to see him like, I mean, I guess he did rip off his nose.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see him like just go insane on him, which he did. Movie rule 101: if I don't see a body, they're not really dead. Yeah, a high evolutionary is definitely still alive. I hope so. He was an interesting person, and I wonder if he just uploads his mind to another vessel, because then you can get away with recasting if you want to, if the actor didn't want to come back.
Yeah,
and then but him, I forgot what
Woody. Chuck Woody is good.
He was great,
and he was great in Peacemaker too. So I mean, he's going to be there. Yeah, he's going to be there.
So, and I don't think I actually hated a villain in the MCU until this, which had never happened to me before. Yeah.
I didn't hate Thanos.
You kind of hated what Thanos was going to do, but
I didn't hate him, but
you kind of like, okay.
I told you I will wear a t-shirt that says Thanos was right.
Yeah, I think it was right, but it was understandable. But yeah, I did. This was a good bad guy, a really good, well done bad guy. That's one thing that the MCU has been missing out on, was a good bad guy. Hopefully he isn't gone. But this movie makes all of Rocket's scenes in the previous movies even more impactful. 100%.
You go back 100%. And now watch those and really understand what he was going through, and then why he was saying what he was saying. And
yeah, I think I told you when we were in the car, when Tony Stark looks over and he's like, "Oh, this whole time I thought you were just a Build-A-Bear," and he goes, "Oh, maybe I am." That hits so much different now. So it's so much different now. Just that one line.
Even the idea that he didn't know he was a raccoon. He really didn't know what he was. And then he saw that raccoons. And, wow, this is what I am.
Yeah.
And then he realized, I need to save everyone. I need to save all these guys. They all matter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sad. That's sad. I think all the Guardians movies are top 10 MCU movies for me. Man, I don't know. I would have to put a list together. I do love all three of them, though. Even people hate number 2. I loved number 2. I thought number 2 was really, really good. But
I think I saw it. I told you guys, this is just like all the rest of the Guardians. When the movie comes on, I stop doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to watch
play it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. A lot of people don't seem to understand that this is Groot is the old Groot's son. Yeah, and the old Groot actually died. Yeah. That's what they said, that this new Groot is a descendant. It's not the actual same Groot. It's like an offspring.
Yeah, because it grew from him, from the old Groot.
Yeah. Which is why he looks different and stuff like that. Somebody made a good point about it, was a real reason why he looks so much thicker is like, it's kind of that whole idea of like, oh, if you love a plant and you talk to it and take care of it and enjoy being around it and stuff like that, it grows bigger. So it's like, oh, this is Groot when he was not as loved, and he's like kind of long and lanky and stringy, and then here's Groot roughly the same age but beefier, thicker, and more healthy looking, so which is kind of an interesting kind of thing. But and then Jorge said, even Layla said that the story is actually Rocket's. Yeah. James Gunn had always said that Rocket was the secret main character of the Guardians movies. Yeah. I have to go back and rewatch it now, and I think knowing that, I think you see things differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you still know it focuses on the love triangle, so that's why Rocket doesn't get
Yeah.
mentioned as much. But yeah, understanding that he's the leader and he's the one that's left really makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because he's always pulling people out of the jam. He's the one always saving people. Peter might be the person there claiming he does it, but Rocket actually does it.
No, he also causes a lot of jams.
Who, Rocket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought Man and Rocket were the standout characters in this one for sure. Both of them. Nebula too. I thought Nebula was really good.
Yeah, I like that too.
I think she had a huge character arc from being a villain to being beloved. She was really good. Yes, James Gunn confirmed that the audience now understands group, which I love. I love that. I think that's awesome. And we got Perp. What's up, Perp? So sorry, man. I wanted to be on last night. It just ain't gonna happen on a Sunday night. So, but
after we were just at the Comic-Con in Indianapolis, there's no way Erica wasn't gonna let it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And I was tired as hell from all that walking and driving and stuff. So, but yeah, but I watched part of it. There was who was it? Zod, I believe. I like him. I gotta meet up with him to chat with him. And Drew said, High Evolutionary as a villain was so hateable, and I'm glad that Guardians gave him what he deserved. Very true. Very true. And then Perp said, High Evolution got washed. Yeah. Yep. The Marvels gets close to a bill. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Because I hope so.
It's going to. I don't believe it, but that sounds good.
Yeah, I hope so. Was that I'm surprised they got away with them ripping High Evolution's face off, clean off. Who is it? Like the Marvel, or like the character?
They'll show it. They'll
show it. Well, this one did a lot. I think this is the first F-bomb.
It is. They talked about this. It'll be the first F-bomb in the MCU movie. Yeah.
And I thought it was done in such a great way, because it's not you used it where you're like
it's almost
annoyed with somebody.
It was so much.
It's not hateful. Yeah, it's not like arrogant. You're just like, open the fucking doors. Like, how many times have you said that to somebody throughout your whole life? It's like, stop being stupid. It's
totally be understood. It's still totally understandable, because he said it, and I didn't even catch it because it was just so much in conversation. I was like, yes, that's what I was saying. And then I was like, oh yeah, that is the first time they ever say anything like this. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like, as an adult, you hear the F-bomb a lot, but I think when it's put in movies and it's like geared towards somebody, or it's meant to show like a certain emotion, this one was like very annoyed, like you just had to yell at a guy like, get your feet off the couch, and then like a translation issue. So I can see like the level of annoyance being really high, and then this super smart being who can like like has an arm that turns into whatever she wants, like can't open a door from like the 80s. So I thought that was like super well done.
Oh man, it's funny. It reminds me of like people.
We're gonna talk about that soon.
Are here now. People are these millennials, and not millennials. So it'll be more Gen Z that will have no idea how to use a rotary phone or open a door like that. I thought that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, wow, how many people would have no idea?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of just how it is. Like you get so far advanced that you're away from the old technology that you forget how to use it. In this case, for her, it's got to be so far beyond like having like a button like that, So yeah, so that was pretty cool. I straight up think that is the best MCU trilogy. Okay, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. 2024 box office: Avatar 3, Captain America: New World Order, Deadpool, Planet of the Apes, Snow White, Lion King prequel, Inside Out, Joker 2. Oh, it's all 2024. Okay. Oh, damn. Yeah.
I don't want to see anything Lion King.
The prequel?
Nope.
Yeah. Tiger Gamer, I'm gonna head out. You guys gotta hit the hay, but cool stream, guys. See you. Bye. You too, Drew. But thanks, Toxic. Appreciate it. Thanks. I know I gotta check out Toxic's his review. I saw he put one up. So make sure you go check out Toxic Gamer. Go over to his channel, give him a sub, check out his channel. And then View Drew, did you guys think about the Adam Warlock in the movie? I'm gonna talk about that in a second with some of the bad stuff.
Yeah, I think he didn't like it. I did like Adam Warlock. I thought that it was cool. I didn't because you take them and kind of make them more humanized, like, you know, realize that Aisha was just created by the higher evolutionary too. So
yeah, she's just a pawn.
She's just a pawn in this whole game. So like all this stuff was always sitting there around a high evolutionary. You just didn't know it yet. You know, and him start understanding he wasn't born. I mean, he was made, so he has no idea he is a child. Yeah. So I understood that, him being a child, acting like a child. He was annoying as hell. He was annoying as hell. Yeah. But you know, and him actually getting there and starting to,
it reminded me of it was really feel old now. The Secret of the Ooze, the Ninja Turtle second one with what was
Bebop
it?
and Rocksteady, the snapping turtle and the
it was like oh my god, what were their names? But yeah, it was the bootleg Bebop Rocksteady, but they were like taken out too early, so they weren't fully developed. But they were like super strong babies, you know. So that's what it reminded me of Razor and something. But I don't remember. Razor and Slash. I don't remember. But that's what it reminded me of, was Secret of the Ooze when Shredder made those other ones. Oh, and then we got Martin. What's up, Martin? Appreciate you stopping by. Perp, no worries. Yeah, Zod's a great dude. Yeah, man. I was listening to a little bit of what he was saying. I'm like, all right, you know, like he liked Guardians too. He was saying like he liked it a lot. So I'm like, all right, I like that. I gotta find him on Twitter.
That reminds me, I gotta tell you about Captain America. I watched the first Avenger.
The first one?
Yeah.
All right. Zach said they gave him the fight back beatdown.
They did.
Oh man, yeah.
They did. Dude, he got wrecked. Oh man.
Zach said facts, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Nebula was solo Bucky easy. That's how she got the arm. But all right. So we're all caught up. So Drew asked the question, what do you guys think of Adam Warlock in the movie? So since we're getting into the bad stuff now, I don't have many.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad where I hated it, but I just felt like underutilized. You know, I feel like
he's going to be used a lot more in future movies.
I hope so.
Introduction. And they said that he signed a 5-movie deal, so he's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
And Will Poulter wasn't sitting there trying to do this without, getting some knowing that he's long-term commitment from everybody. So he's going to be around for a while, man.
Yeah, I liked it. But like what Jorge said, it was the next gen Drax, and that's what I felt like. I'm like, oh, it's another guy who doesn't understand things fully, and I guess he is the replacement Drax. He's strong, not really stupid, but takes things literal and doesn't understand the full scope of things sometimes. That's why I took it as. But I just felt like such a great actor. I don't say great, such a really good actor like Will Porter to just be. I don't know. I feel like he should have more emotion, because after the was it Aisha died, his mom, that was it. Like he didn't talk about it. Like I was like I don't know. I feel like there should be something else in it. I just felt like there's parts missing. Like he should have been on the screen maybe a little bit more. But by any means, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it ruined the movie. But that was like one of the bad things, for me. Trying to think of some other bad stuff. You got anything?
I didn't like that, how it made me feel, how I had to cry. I didn't like that. Not one bit. I was like, come on, man. Stop it. Floor. Oh my God. Come on. Floor teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth. Oh God. That was terrible. I was upset.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I really enjoyed this movie so much. So many things about it. I mean, even Kraglin.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought High Evolutionary would be smarter.
I think he was, but also I think he was ego. Like he's had so much ego that he thought he was a god, you know. So, you know, yeah. Also, he might have had like some issues because then they said like he had to go take his medication at one point. You know,
well, I mean, he did have a whole way. He seemed like he was drunk. He seemed like he just a douchebag, but he was drunk a lot. You know, so he was dealing with that, and it seemed like the other people around him were actually smarter than him, and they're trying to tell him like, look, don't do this, don't go after him. He was like, I'm gonna go kill him anyway. I need him right now. They're like, you just let him go, and all this will still be fine.
Yeah,
we'll be able to keep team to go do this same stuff.
Yeah. But it was his ego. It was like, there's something that I made that's smarter than me, and I can't allow that. You know, like he tried giving it like a reason, like, oh, I need him so he can help fix my everything going forward, kind of blah, blah, blah. But I was like, no. At the end of the day, it's you can't handle that there's something smarter than you, especially that you made something that's smarter than you. That's what I think it was, you know, and he just tried justifying it, and everyone else saw through the bullshit, you know. That's how I kind of like took it as, you know. But that happens a lot, man. Like you try to criticize some of these, you know, big powerful people, and you know they lose their damn minds.
Yep.
You know, yeah, in the real world, like there's like at least like 3 or 4 examples I can tell you right now. But you know, I don't want to get people. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, this happens.
I did enjoy Gamora.
You didn't?
Not as much. I just really didn't enjoy her that much. I thought I thought that she could have had a little bit more screen time. Thought she could have been a little bit more involved. She felt like she was like, it was almost like how we got for Avatar. Like she just became a secondary, like off to the side character. And I wish I would have got a little bit more from her.
Yeah. I liked her. I mean, she was always there. She was whenever you saw Peter, you saw Nebula or Gamora. You know, they were just like right there next to each other the whole time.
Not really. I mean, because Peter was there, she was still on the ship with Rocket.
Yeah, that one scene when they hit,
almost all the time. Yeah, when they're he was out doing stuff and being saving stuff, and she was on the ship.
Yeah,
or on the toilet.
That was kind of funny. No, I like what they did with her. I don't know what's gonna go with something like hers. Like she can just not be in any movie going forward. You know,
she says she's done. She says she's done.
I know she's done, but the character, like she said, she didn't mind somebody playing Gamora.
But she already said,
yeah, I mean, you don't need to. But she said she hopes Gamora lives on through somebody else. Like she already said that. But I don't know if Drax would make more sense why you would see Drax, because if you go to nowhere, you're like, oh hey, there's Professor Drax. Like
and it's 5,000 kids. Yeah.
So that'll be kind of like interesting with that. But yeah, man, I'm thinking of like stuff I hated. I can't.
There's nothing to hate. I mean, the movie was just
bad,
so well done. I mean, I hated that the movie ended
because it was 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
and it for me, it didn't feel like 2.5 hours. It went pretty quick. Like when you told me like, oh, it's 2.5, I'm like, oh, really? And it flew by.
You don't even realize it. You're like, okay, and that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There we go. One of my few negatives was antagonist screen time. Was it not enough? Because he had a bit of a Frieza color scheme. Well,
yeah,
the purple. Love Cosmo. What a good dog. that was cute. That was cute. Good I did dog. Like that.
Don't call me bad dog. Oh my goodness.
She was just so upset about it. That was funny. It's a Frieza complex. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Like, you're just a monkey. How can you beat me? How can you be smarter than me? Yeah, it's exactly what it is, dude. Brian don't like green people. I need voice.
Oh, I love green people. I want more. I want more. Want more Gamora. Give me more.
Yeah. I really like Gamora and Peter ended things and now understanding Groot so quickly. Yeah. That was kind of cool. Because she understood Groot, and I didn't think it was closure for Peter. Which was cool. But it also leaves it open because I think in the comics, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody's a comic fan, I think he marries Kitty Pryde in the comics. Yeah. So
I think you're right.
That would leave it open for he's on Earth at the end, and X-Men's coming pretty soon. I don't know when exactly, but soon enough, I think. So, I mean, I don't know how old, what's his name is going to be by then, or if he would be acting. I think he's getting into politics pretty soon anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, I hope not. I don't want to see that.
I don't see that either, but, he married into the family, so might as well. But I mean, they'll probably recast a lot of these people.
I don't know. The fact that he said Star Wars will be back. Star Lord will be back. I thought that was cool. I think that he will be back.
Yeah,
I think he'll be there. Wherever the next time we see Rocket, we'll see Star Lord. Like they're going through a problem. He can't solve it, and he goes back on Earth, go to Earth, and he recruits Star Lord, and stuff like that.
Or somehow they get sent to Earth, and they're like, "Oh, might as well get Peter involved." She wants someone else to play Gamora if they ever wanted to reunite her and Peter, I guess.
I don't know. I think they left it alone. It's done. It's like when you had a breakup and I don't need to see you again. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there could be what do they call it? The incursion. So does she somehow remember everything? I don't know. That'd be stupid, but you never know. Perp said, I wish the movie was 3 hours. Release the gun cut.
Release the gun cut.
No, just be like more animal experiments. Let's say 30 more minutes of that. I don't want it. You can keep that one. Peter gets a lot of people in the comics. Yeah, he does. He gets with a lot of people in the comics. I know that for sure. But I thought he married Kitty Pryde. But it'll be a variant of Star-Lord. That'd be interesting.
Star-Lord T'Challa. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, man, you look 2 for 1. Bam. There you go. You get that. Or they might just be alluding to him returning in Secret Wars. Oh.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be around in a couple more movies.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be one of those people that make it the battle world.
A little cameo here and there.
I think he's gonna be one of the characters that make it the battle world. Battle world. Yeah.
Yeah. See, because then they could bring in all the Guardians at that point too. They could bring in, Gamora, calling Nebula and Drax and stuff like that. The one thing I did appreciate, because Dave Bautista said he didn't like being shirtless. He's like, he goes, I'm 50.
I'm 50, bro.
Listen, man, it's done. And then James Gunn's like, cool. Here's a sleeveless shirt. It's like, for me, it's like something so small and minor. It doesn't change a thing except make Dave Bautista more comfortable. So I was like, why not do it? And I'm sure there's other directors and stuff like that, but like, no, Drax is shirtless, like that's how it is, and he's like, cool, here you go.
That's right. So Gamora gets with Nova.
She's with Nova?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Not the younger one, right? Like one of the originals or something like that.
Yeah. So we'll see it soon.
Yeah. So, review guys got hit the hay. See you tomorrow, Brian. There you go,
Zach.
Thank you, Zach. Yeah. Anybody watching? Go check out Zach Tech Reviews. I think he's like 12 away from 500.
Yeah.
So you got to help him get to 500. Go subscribe to his channel. Get him there. Get him to 500. I know he was saying like by the end of the year. So
we're like
before mid-year. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Go check out Zach Attacks Reviews. Says the guy that he used to wrestle. Yeah, right. Be easy, Zach. There you go. Yeah, but I mean that's one of the reasons why he was done wrestling too. He's like tired of getting beat up.
Yeah. I mean, but he was happy. He said, saying his goodbye to Drax, saying, this is the character that changed his entire life.
Yeah.
Without this, I would never become an actor. So Drax changed everyone's view of him and gave him an outlet to get away from wrestling and become something that he has more control over. So I'm glad he has this opportunity. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely not the younger Nova. That's a teenager. That's what I was saying. But I think that's probably the one they're going to go with in the movie. I'm pretty sure because they're setting up a young Avengers. And so I could see them needing a fuller roster for that.
We'll see.
So, but you see, maybe I don't know. Maybe he passes it down at the end of the movie or whatever. All right, but we talked about some good. We talked about some bad. We got all of your guys' in chat kind of inputs on it. So let's finish this one off with our ratings of it. Where is it? There we go. Sorry, got to cover up Rocket a little bit. But so here at Spoiler Kings, we keep things nice and easy when we do our ratings. We don't do A, B, or C or 1 through 10. We do a now, later, never. Now means you got to drop what you're doing and go check it out right now. Later means you can wait till it's on streaming and watch it whenever. And never means do not waste any money. Don't kill any brain cells checking this one out. With that being said, what are you giving this one, Brian?
I wish it was a super now. I want to put now with a cape on
now plus.
Yeah, like you should have already seen it, and if you haven't, shame on you. Go see it now again. Like you need to go see it again. Like I feel like I need to go see it now for the third time. Like I need to go watch as many times as I can because it's really that good. I feel like it's so enjoyable. So I think I'm probably gonna see it Wednesday, and then I might see it again this weekend because it's nothing else to watch. I mean, so go enjoy it. Let's get this movie, to the numbers it needs to be supposed to get to. And let's make it be over half a $500 million immediately. This is super now. So I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. You should have seen it this past weekend. If not, maybe take a vacation off tomorrow. Go see the movie, then go get some lunch or something like that because it is a great movie. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite MCU movies now. I'm trying to think. Easily top 10, probably top 5, if not right around there. But it is really good, and I think I enjoy this one the most out of all three. Number one was cool. It's really close to 1, but I would probably edge this over a little bit past 1 just because of the emotional connection you get throughout the movie, and then by the end of the movie, but it was really, really, really good. I was like, and I wasn't sure. We all expected different things, and at the end I was like, yep, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. It's not exactly what I it's not like exactly. So, but yeah, so good. Definitely go check it out. It is worth it. But and then we'll finish off with box office, obviously worldwide, $289.
$289. Oh, okay.
Right. $289 million. Forgot a few things there.
It's a few zeros. That's okay.
Few zeros. I think I'm looking at Box Office Mojo, and it looks like that's just.
So that was the estimation, and apparently it already passed that estimation.
Yeah, so it was like 30 million, I think, over.
Yeah, so it's probably over 300 million right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to look. It is right now already just after 1 weekend the 4th highest movie of the year.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers, obviously number 1. And so Super Mario is 1.1 billion, and then number 2 is Ant-Man Quantumania is at 475. John Wick is at 406, and Guardians after 1 weekend is already number 4. This will be up there.
It's gonna be a huge movie. That's why I said next weekend we're talking about this the second most profitable movie of this year. By next weekend. So I'm telling you, this is going to do big. Mother's Day weekend is going to be a big weekend for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do 980 a bill, something like that, something close.
Yeah. It's gonna do well. It's gonna do really well. But that, and then the Rotten Tomatoes, I forgot to pull that up, sorry.
Yeah. 82 by the 82 by the tomato meter and 95 audience score.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised 82. I don't understand what critics don't like about it.
Yeah, I think like I said, I'm a big Dean Richards fan from Chicago, all that stuff. I think he gave it like a B plus. I didn't watch his review. I get the text message of his ratings of it. But it's only got 305 reviews from the critics.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like maybe the critics over, superhero movies, but the audience over 5,000. And it's got a 95, over 95. Like that. That's crazy.
All right, so here's a couple of the ones people that didn't like it. Flirts would be interesting, but I checked out after 90-minute mark with nearly an hour to go. Really, I didn't feel that way at all.
Yeah, not at all.
It said when the Guardians get into a big group hug at the end of the film, it's supposed to evoke love and solidarity, but it might be better to be characterized as unity of capital. Determined to offend no one and turn no one's dollar away. So you're upset with it making money.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Whatever.
You're upset it didn't offend people?
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Here's the last one. With 2 villains instead of 1, and in the succession of rescues and more endings than Star-Lord, then the Lord of the Rings Volume 3 is the same bloated 2.5-hour Leviathan as every other Marvel movie these days. That's just a Marvel hater.
Yeah, that's just a hater at that point. Yeah.
But everyone else is pretty much saying it's good, but yeah. That's haters.
Yeah. Well, I see the 9% of this was situational emotion, and I didn't connect. It became a formula of several fighting encounters, too many new characters, and the high evolutionary villain screaming every line until there was no more scenery to chew. Space Adrian. He did scream a lot, but I thought it was the evolution of his madness.
Yeah, he was becoming more and more crazy because of what was going on.
Because he didn't do that the entire time. Like this person's like, too many times where he's screaming every line. I was like, that's the opposite. He was very cool, calm, and collective. And then as he started like losing control of everything, he started becoming more crazy.
Yep.
It's this mad, So that's what I took it as, but obviously not everybody. Well, yeah. Good movie, but highly, highly recommend it. Yeah. Please go see it. But I think that's it for this one.
Yeah.
Something that I like, the tonal whiplash from dark to comedic stuff. Personally, I love stuff like that. It's always been there, I think, but I think we definitely leaned into it a lot more.
Yeah.
But I think it was always kind of dark. I mean, and he's been setting it up. He's been setting it up for a while. He goes, no, we don't talk about that. In the first Guardians, you see him, take off his shirt and you see all the things, and Peter kind of takes a look like, oh shit, he's been through some stuff, So it's been hinted at, and now we get the story, and you can't be surprised that it's super messed up, because but
you wouldn't get the scars if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, exactly. Superhero fatigue, but I think if anything, this movie shows that it's not superhero fatigue. It's
you need to have good stories. Yeah, you have to have good stories. That's just what it is.
Yeah, fun, good stories. But I think that's it for our review. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about one more thing for the night. If you're watching our replay, thank you, appreciate it. I know we kind of talked about this one a lot. We liked it. Thank you for everyone in chat. And if you want to be in chat, part of the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're live every Monday and Thursday. So if you want to be part of the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join us live, and tell us your thoughts live. If not, leave a comment. We love talking to you guys down there. We're also going to start giving announcing the giveaways for our 1,000 subscriber contest coming out soon. As soon as we hit that, but we're going to have a couple prizes for a couple different people when we start doing that. So make sure you're part of the Spoiler Kings channel. And I think that's it from us. Any last words, Brian?
Nope. This is a great movie. I can't wait to talk even more about it when I go see it again on Wednesday.
And cry some more.
Exactly.
This time you're prepared. You're gonna bring some little bag of tissues.
Exactly. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right. But appreciate you guys. We will see you guys in the next video. And if you're live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some more stuff. Cool. So I figured that went out for a while, and love chat. So we got a bunch of people in chat. So I figured we'll just do the trilogy thing.
Yep.
Then call it a night. And then I still got to edit stuff from Thursday's show. So to that. And I had this up and I was so annoyed. I should have just saved the damn picture of the MCU trilogies. Not trivia. Because I believe there's 6. Well,
Thor, Iron Man, the Avengers, Guardians, Captain America, and Spider-Man.
All right, is that 6?
Yep.
Do you count?
That's the question. Spider-Man's the question because that's the one.
I think you count it because it's in the universe.
Yep.
Come on, man. So yeah, Thor. So Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I guess you have to count
Ant-Man, yeah. And Spider-Man would be.
Well, I count Avengers. I was thinking, but yeah, I guess you have to count Avengers, right?
Yep. But there's more. There's 4. So no, I don't think you can. It's 4. There's 4 Avengers. The Avengers.
Well, same thing with Thor.
Ultron.
But technically, I mean, to get to 4, you.
Yeah, it'd be at least a trilogy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right. I mean, because same thing with Thor. There's 4 Thors, but. See, well, shit, we could do this live, or not live, but like set up the recording, and we'll go through the list real quick. All right, so we just watched and reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which makes it a trilogy in the MCU, and now we have, I believe, 7 trilogies in the MCU, and we're going to talk about which one is our favorite. We're not going to rank them right now, but we're going to do that. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we got Iron Man, we got Captain America, we got Thor, we got Ant-Man. Ant-Man, because that counts. We got Spider-Man, right? We got Avengers, because there has been a few Avenger movies. And now with this one, we got Guardians. There we go. So that's our list right there. We got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Pretty good list. Anyone? So let's work from the bottom down. Which one's the worst? Which one's your least favorite?
Thor. Done.
Thor?
Thor's is by far.
Thank you for subscribing, Khalif. Appreciate it.
Thor's is 7.
Okay.
The first Thor in the Dark World. Yeah, you lost me.
So I agree. We'll make Thor the worst one. I guess we are going to rank them. I'll put that there. I would probably put Ant-Man.
I'll put Iron Man 6.
You put Iron Man 6?
Even though the first one is that good. First one is very good. 2 is was almost booty, and 3 was worse than booty.
I agree, because like same thing with Ant-Man #1 was good, but I think Iron Man 1 was better.
Oh yeah, agree.
And then you go Iron Man
Ant-Man
2 versus Ant-Man 2.
Wash.
I would probably give it to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Barely. And then Ant-Man 3 and Iron Man 3.
I like Ant-Man 3 a lot more than I like Iron Man 3. A lot more. Iron Man 3 was terrible. Terrible.
It was pretty bad.
The Mandarin? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I agree with this. So we're gonna put
Iron Man 6, yeah.
So we're gonna put Ant-Man 5?
Yeah, Ant-Man's 5.
Ant-Man's 5.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like that. So now we're down to the real, like the nitty-gritty. Like those I kind of thought were all at the bottom anyway.
I wanted to talk about this. So I've been saying for years that Captain America, the First Avenger, was a terrible movie. I recently just watched it last night. That movie is so effing good. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. That movie is so
The First
good.
Avenger?
Yes, it was so. I enjoyed it so much more now. More because I know where it is. I enjoyed the Peggy part of it. I enjoyed the movie so much more now. I did not like it when it first came out. I thought it was terrible, and it's just it's full of story. I like all his helpers. I liked it so much more.
Okay.
So,
I mean, #1 would probably be my weakest of the 3 because #2, Winter Soldier, awesome. That is epic. That is like top level, just comic book movie.
My only problem with Civil War, it doesn't feel like a Captain America. It feels like it's a cheat. That's cheating.
It is. It's almost like an Avengers movie.
It's an Avengers movie. So how do you call it? It's a cheat. But because of that, I still say Captain America is 4 and Avengers 3 because Avengers is 3 because it's the greatest movie of all of them. It's still Endgame. Endgame is so, and if the first Avengers was good,
first Avengers was really good,
and Endgame is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then even what's the in between? Infinity War was great. The only one that, and Age of Ultron, the further we go further away, the more you realize how good that movie was.
It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. Because all right, so that's the issue we're at right now. Is let me cut that. Is where do we put?
I think
Captain America.
Avengers is better than Captain America.
I mean, I think Avengers.
What movie is
me? I think Avengers is #1 out of everything because it was but it's hard to do because you just can't watch an Avengers movie without watching everything else.
You can watch Endgame. Endgame was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think about sometimes I'm inevitable. After you did all that stuff, you came back to me. The greatest villain is still in Endgame, in Infinity War, because he won Infinity War. Like, come on,
that
man.
Was like his movie, kind of.
And then the first Avengers was really good with Loki.
Game changing. I mean, just movies in general is like, oh, we're able to take all these movies and put them all together into one epic kind of movie. That's why I kind of want to put Avengers #1, like the best of the best, because of what it did, but also kind of it belongs.
Spider-Man is so good, man.
I mean, it's up there too. But also Spider-Man was in a Captain America movie when you first introduced Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I think
in a Captain America movie, which is funny. I think
Captain America is still, for me, is 4. No matter how we do this, Captain America is 4.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that one. I like that. You got it now. Now you're gonna make me go watch. You can make me go watch.
I couldn't believe the first one I was watching. I was like, man, this is not bad.
Yeah. You're gonna make me go watch it now. All right. Spider-Man, Avengers, and Guardians.
All right, this is a lot harder. I like all three Guardians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, all three of them made so much money. And I think I liked, as I was watching them, I enjoyed each of them that Tom Holland did. It just was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the Avengers, Age of Ultron is the only. If it was Age of Ultron didn't have that problem, it would literally be the greatest thing ever. Like, oh man.
I mean, Guardians 2, a lot of people did not like. You know, I really liked it. I know you said you liked it. But
I like it a lot.
You know, and also Avengers Age of Ultron, which is Avengers 2. Same thing. A lot of people complained about it. Spider-Man, no one really complained about anything. Any of them.
All of it was good.
Yeah. And made it it's a butt ton. It's also Spider-Man, man. It's like the biggest superhero, one of the biggest ever. You know,
I feel like Spider-Man is number one. I know it's weird. Because
you think of it as a trilogy.
Yeah,
it's probably the most actual
complete
actual trilogy.
Yeah,
that tells a full story. Yeah, you know. Granted, you had to have seen an Avenger movie, which is it's weird because like, the way Spider-Man is, like, you had to see a Captain America movie to first get introduced to Spider-Man, and you had to see an Avengers movie to get the continuation story of it. But that's kind of the state of the MCU right now.
Yeah,
it's like
all of them tie in together. That's just what it is.
Yeah. And that's another thing I forgot to say is like Guardians has nothing to do with anything else going on in the MCU, and I personally loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm like, I don't give a shit what's going on with the Skrulls and Miss Marvel and Photon and Captain Marvel and all Sword and Shield, whatever. This story I like it was its own thing. You know, all three of them were.
And then the exact opposite, we'll say for Avengers, Avengers is everything, dealing with everything, but the most heroic moments in all movie history, and all of comic book movie history, is in Avengers. Like, we're talking about
Endgame. I mean,
Endgame is. I can't watch Endgame to this day, knowing what's going on, without getting a little bit of a tear.
Yeah.
And when he says, "And I am Iron Man," like, dude, come on, I get goosebumps every time I hear it.
Yeah. I mean, when he says Avengers Assemble and he grabs the hammer.
My God.
You know,
and it's just him, and you see all the bad things around on the other side.
I want that as a poster. I just want that as a giant ass poster on my wall.
Oh man, that's on your left, Cap. On your left.
So what are we putting in it? Where are we putting Guardians and where are we putting Avengers? We only got number 2 and number 3.
See, my only thing is Avengers is not really a trilogy.
I mean, technically there's Thor, because
but
Thor,
it's also
3 and
the bottom. It's at the bottom.
It's at the worst. Because out of all 4 movies, only one was good.
So it's a quadrilogy. Quadrilogy, I guess.
But even if we take Avengers, if we take 3 out of the 4, it's hard to say, but I look at Endgame and Infinity War as one big movie, I guess, because it kind of is. It kind of is part 1, part 2 of the same story.
Okay,
we could do that.
But then it still leaves Ultron. Is Ultron better than Guardians 2?
I think Guardians 2 is better than Ultron.
Okay. Is anything better than Infinity War or Endgame?
No, I mean, that's kind of borderline cheating at that point. But I mean, it's the ultimate,
the greatest superhero movie like ever. So it's like,
so we're putting that number 2.
I guess you got to put Avengers 2.
Yeah, so that means Guardians 3. Yeah. I'm cool with. But also Avengers is I said borderline cheating because it is everybody and it's the most epic of everything, but it is technically an MCU trilogy, even though it has more than 3, it still needs to get to 3 to get to 4 first. So
I've seen a lot of people actually put Avengers much lower on the list.
which is crazy. Because Avengers 1 was you gotta go back at that time. Like Avengers 1 was great. If Iron Man either 2 or 3 was good, it would probably be way different in that ranking.
Yep.
You know, but 2 and 3
Iron Man 1 is like the greatest,
one of the best
by itself. Like the movie, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was the first, but Avengers like went from like Avengers 1 was great, Avengers 2, and then 3 and 4, which is really a part 1, part 2. Originally, that's what it was. It was part 1, part 2. But
I had to wait 3 years, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
If I had to wait all that time between it, but no, it's 2 different movies.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this right here.
I'm cool with this, but if someone wanted to argue me something a little bit different, I will be okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, you can argue. I think Captain America and Guardians. You can argue with that. You can argue. I think Avengers. You can have a good argument with Age of Ultron. Spider-Man is really hard to argue out of number 1, though.
Yeah,
like you got to have a really, really good reason why something else should be number 1 besides Spider-Man.
Because all 3 of them are good.
Yeah,
but it's just even though I've seen a lot of people saying it's 3.
Yeah. What, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What's number 1?
They got Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think that's more because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. All 3 of them, I love them. And I think they make sense with how they progressed, But
so this one has Avengers 1, Captain America 2, Spider-Man 3.
Wow. Like Avengers, I can see. You know what? I think that whatever I said earlier, I can see Avengers being number 1 because it is ultimate. It is the ultimate. It is.
It's just it's worst. Spider-Man, it doesn't have anything that's that low. They're worse.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better. Nothing better than Avengers. And it's cheating. It's what it is. It's
like cheating. Right now for me, the only thing that brings it down to a number 2 is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would bring it down. But
which I didn't hate either. I didn't hate that one either. So
yeah. Like these, like Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, I agree with being the bottom 3.
Yeah,
I agree with these. The next 4, that's where it kind of gets like, what is because I can see Captain America being way up higher. I can see it being because
love Captain America.
Yeah,
and still, Winter Soldier, people love that. It was the introduction of T'Challa.
Yeah,
I mean it's a lot of things. A lot of things happen in that. But once again, it's kind of cheating because it's not really a Captain America movie. It's almost like a mini Avengers. All their things are mini Avengers except for the first one, which was not the best one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm cool with this. So, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see if anybody watches. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah,
if you're watching live or on replay.
I can't wait to see everyone else's ranking.
Jesus. Sorry about that. I moved and I squished the tail. You didn't like that. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what other people will think because I can see things being just bounced around a lot.
Yeah, Avengers could go 1. I could see Spider-Man 2, Guardians 3. I think Captain America could be higher, but I thought Guardians is just so good. I don't know.
The Guardians was really good, but like I said, I really liked all 3. But I understand that a lot of people didn't like number 2.
Yep.
But for me personally, it would make my ranking even better because after watching number 3, I appreciate number 2 even more because it takes you down this path of them becoming closer and closer and closer. Coming together, learning, and now willing to sacrifice anything for each other. Which is like the ultimate like meaning of family. So yeah.
I think we stay with this. I'm okay
I like
with
it.
this.
I'm cool with it too. But I don't know, anybody in chat, let us know. If not, if you're watching on replay, let us know what you think about this down here. You like Spider-Man being number 1, Avengers number 2, Guardians number 3, the rest on the list. Let us know what your ranking is. These are all MCU trilogies. What is your ranking of MCU trilogies? There's only 7 out right now. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What's the next closest trilogy? Who's got 2 movies out? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta think about it because they've been Doctor Strange.
Yep, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is gonna be the next trilogy when they do that. So okay. Which once we add that in there, that's gonna be interesting too.
That's gonna be interesting too. Where does that
have
live?
to save this file and see where we move.
But you know what? In the top 3, what they did so perfectly is that they ended the story perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers ended the story perfectly. I mean, perfect. I mean, people are crying every single time you're at a funeral. You really felt the funeral.
Yeah.
Spider-Man did a great job. It got to where we were always supposed to get to. That's what it did. It understood the assignment and got there.
Yeah.
Guardians. At the end of the movie, you felt like everyone. It was a bow wrapped around it, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So
that's really true. All 3 of them had good endings to their storylines. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. So let us know. Leave a comment and let's chit chat and figure out if we can meet in the middle, or if you agree with us or not. But leave a comment. Let us know. And hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. And once we get there, we are doing some giveaways. We're going to start announcing them pretty soon. So make sure you subscribe and be part of the Spoiler Kings. And you can always join us live every Monday and Thursday if you want to be part of the show. But that is it from us today. But stick around. We're going to finish things up here. And so.
Thanks, guys.
Double tapped it by accident. It's all good. Anything else, man? It's already midnight, so
it's
I figure
midnight. That's the end of that.
Yeah. But I do want to watch the Meg eventually.
First thing we do on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh man, for sure. But cool. Thanks for everyone being in chat, man. We really appreciate it.
It was a lot of fun. Everyone having all their comments and everything really helped this show really keep going. So I appreciate that. And we just appreciate you guys overall always coming in and helping us out when we're going live. It's so much fun, so much easier with you guys. So thank you.
Yes. But yeah, everyone in chat, appreciate everyone. Horror Geek, Perp, Zach. Like I said, go check out Zach Attack reviews. He's almost at 500. He's right there. So make sure you go help him out. And we had Derpy Martin come in and said, what's up? Drew always asking great questions. Toxic Gamer, Kevin Davis. Who else we got? Derpy came in and said, what's up? Brandon Davis said, what's up? JR from the Cult Lords. Make sure you go check out Cult Lords. They just reviewed Cocaine Bear.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you go check out that.
Martin came in. I appreciate that.
Yep. Tony. I forgot to say what he did because he looks like Steve Harvey Saturday morning. But yeah, Tony came in with that. Xavier, appreciate it. Cineview,
definitely.
So cool. I think that's it. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. But that is it for us. We are going to bed. It is night. It is late. So
yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, cool. We will see you guys on Thursday with some TV shows and stuff like that.
Sounds good.
Later.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.